Alright, we are now recording, and yes, transfer one shots, very bottom. So, we are going to do a tier list of as many D&D classes as we could find on the pre-made tier list, because I'm not making my own, because I am quite
I think
lazy.
it's got most of them.
It's got most of them, not like the new ones. And it also doesn't have the crit roll ones, like no Gunslinger, no Blood Hunter, which are some of the cooler classes in my opinion, but...
Yeah, Gunslinger is one thing
Blood
to not
Hunter,
have
I
in, because
think...
just Blood Hunter should be.
Yeah, Blood Hunter is at this point like an official canon class. It's fucking good.
It's practically canon.
It's
practically
good,
canon,
it's
yeah.
balanced.
Canon,
If you don't play with it, what's wrong with you? That's blood magic.
It's a great class, yeah.
Yeah. We start off actually with my favorite class. I did not lean it this way at all. Wizards!
Not at all, no. Alright. This is a tough one.
And this is also subclasses, obviously.
Yeah, we're going into subclasses, because there are some classes where the class itself will suck, but it has a really good subclass that's
Ranger!
just like fucking awesome. Yeah, Ranger. Ranger's actually a really good example.
Alright, Order of Scribes.
This one,
A.
you can use your book basically as a fucking turret. I would say A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll do A.
this one, the main thing for why I say Order of the Scribe is immediately A, is so wizards have this great mechanic where they can scribe any spell scroll they find into their spell book and they permanently learn it, as long as they have that book.
Mhm.
This class lets you, it's normally 2 hours to learn per spell level. So if I get Magic Missile, it's going to take me 2 hours. This class makes it 2 minutes.
Yeah, this class is, if you want a fuckload of spells, this is the wizard you go.
Yeah, like, this is, like, in my opinion, the most traditional wizard you can get. The weird Awaken spellbook thing is kind of cool, but I mostly ignore it.
Yeah, because it makes your spellbook vulnerable.
Buster, Apollo, your opinions?
I honestly don't know enough about this subclass to really say much on it.
You learn a shitload of spells, you have a few modifiers for them. I think you get the ability to change their damage type.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
you can
that's
change their damage type, but you have this weird thing where you can only do it once per like turn, and you can also only do it with a spell of an equal level. So you can't make a like fireball that's level 3 equal to a magic missile force that's level 1. It's got to be a level 3 spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you could figure it out, you could have a fireball that does force damage if you had a 3rd level spell that did force damage.
Yeah. I will say, another cool thing about this is the entire thing about, like, getting magical ink is you literally can summon a magical quill and make your, like, quill color whatever you want.
It's just a neat little thing to do some
Yeah.
extra stuff with.
Like, it
I would
reminds me of that, like, rainbow pin you got as a kid at a book fair.
I would put this at a solid A. Most of the wizard subclasses are really good. I don't think there's any that are outright bad.
Yeah.
Well, there's one I would put at B, but we're not there yet.
We'll get there, although I have
Yeah.
some different opinions. Abjuration. First, fifth edition class I ever played. I love it. A.
It combos really well with a couple other classes.
It's great
you
for
can get
multi-classing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're telling me.
Yeah, it's also
It is
it's also a good subclass to ease into wizard if it's your first time playing a spellcaster.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any like super fucking weird abilities that like base off your spell count kind of thing. It's just like here's like the weirdest thing it gets is a shield shit.
Yeah. It's a very simple one, easy to figure out how it works, but it is a very good one. Combos well. I would put this at another A. Doesn't do anything particularly crazy, but it does what it does pretty well.
Yeah.
Conjuration, I like.
Conjuration, I like. I will say, though, it's not as good.
No, I would put this one at an A minus. That being said...
I would say B+.
Yeah,
I can see B+. It's definitely one of the worst ones.
Just because, like, the major selling point is that, like, minor conjuration, that's, like, a temporary conjuration. But even as a GM, like, when players use it, I have to be like, okay, I have to kind of stretch this here because it's not really that good.
I mean, it's very situational. There are ways I could see it being used well. They're few and far between, though.
Like, for Campaign 3, you used it a lot to, like, summon paper and ink. But rules as written, I kind of, like, threw this out. But rules as written, after you use it, the items would disappear. So the ink would be gone.
Yeah, I know.
But we just fucking said that's stupid.
The big thing is for stuff like, okay, you get locked in a fucking prison, your hands are chained up. Well, if you have keen mind and you can remember shit, you saw what the key looked like. You could make that key
Yeah.
and get yourself out.
There are some uses for it. I mean, I'm down for
It's situational. It's situational. That's the issue. So I put it at a B+.
B+. Everyone okay with that one?
Now, we
Yeah,
have
sure.
to consider something.
Mm-hmm.
When it's the schools of magic, the perk when it comes to learning spells of that school.
That is true.
There's a lot of good conjuration spells, especially even at low level. There's a lot of really good ones. Wrist Pocket,
I would-
very good one.
Wrist Rocket. Here's the thing. First of all, that's like an entire like third-party spell, even though that should be a canon one.
It should be.
And also, still in my opinion, conjuration spells also like fall short of other spells.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones at low level. Mid level, everything's pretty good, and then you have some awesome ones high level. The problem is, every other classes or subclass, they're the same thing or better.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Like, there's great conjuration spells, but
What about you? You've been quiet so far. What do you think about Conjuration Wizard?
That's the thing. Well, for me, I never really played Wizard, so I didn't really pay attention to it. So,
Okay.
I think they're neat. How about that?
They're
They're neat.
neato.
Neato.
Alright, I think we've decided on B+.
yeah, I could be satisfied.
Divination! A+.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A+. This one's
no,
broken.
no. That's an S right there.
I don't
No,
think it's an S.
I will not say
It's not an
S.
S.
But I will.
The ones that are S, there's reasons they're S.
Yeah. The reason why Divination's so good is potency is bullshit.
It
It
is.
So
Just,
so
I
potency.
want that to be this
I'm
this
gonna-
role instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain potency. Every time your character long rests, this is like beginning level 3 ability, mind you. You get fucking 3 of these later level. But you get the ability where you can roll 2 dice. You just keep those dice stored. Like, you literally put them in your pocket. It could be a 1, it could be a 20, it could be a 5, could be a 15, whatever. Whatever you roll, you keep. And whenever you see someone in the future roll, or an ally roll, or yourself roll, you can say, nah. Potency. I replace that with this 1 in my pocket. So you can literally roll a 1 at the beginning of the day, be like, I can fuck up an enemy. Go fight a fucking demon and be like, this demon misses me with a natural 1.
Or you could try to banish it. You can't banish it. It's rolling too high. Nat 1, bitch.
Yeah.
It gets banished.
Like, it doesn't bypass legendary resistances, but if you know it's out and you start planning around that with potency, you can fucking really fuck shit up.
Heck, there's some cool roleplay shit you can do with that, where you can kind of fuck with your party or help your party.
Yeah, and the
Depending on
entire
what-
idea is like divinating and seeing the future, which you can really roleplay.
Yeah, it's a very good roleplay one. It has a very good ability. Divination spells themselves are kind of...
That's where I think
Yeah.
it falls short and why it's not an S. The divination.
That's why it's
spells
not an
are
S.
great.
It's the ability you get with it is great. Everything else
Also,
kind of
the
sucks.
ability fucking
Yeah.
improves like greatly. Like later, you can get them on a short rest, and you get
Oh, yeah, it's
3. Like that's insane.
It's incredibly strong. It's literally being held back by the rest of what it is.
Divination spells.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit. Play as a halfling and have lucky.
All right, we're
and
not
you have
talking,
so
we're
much
not talking
control.
about infinite no ones. We're not talking
Exactly.
about that. We're not
I'm
talking
just saying
about the
a combo's
MacGyver.
well.
It's a very good combo.
It is.
But enchantment wizards.
Falls
Eh.
short. I wish it was better.
I would say this is
Yeah.
a B.
Honestly,
This is
fucking-
probably, I would say, the worst of the
I would say C.
wizards. I wouldn't say that far because it's still a wizard.
It's average. Like to me, it's just like an average build, which C defines average to me.
That's true. But I think in the scale we have, I think B is almost B minus is kind of in the middle now.
No. We'll have some things even out in the future.
That's true. But yeah, I could see it being C. It's I'd say it's the weakest. It's got some cool shit. It's just
Like role playing.
They're not
That's
great
the
spells.
only like great thing I see for it. It's got
It's
average
yeah.
spells. It's got average abilities. It's okay. Like it's not
if
bad.
you're
it's
gonna
not
be
good.
wanting to do if you want to do illusion or enchantment shit, you're be a bard.
Yeah, here's also the other thing. If you're wanting to do enchantment, you kind of have to also go into illusion. You can't do both.
Yeah, they
You
they go
you
hand
can
in
do
hand.
illusion completely separately, being like a stealth wizard. But if you want to be an enchantment wizard, you kind of need illusion spells to back you up, or it
Anyway,
doesn't work.
yeah. So you'd be better off being one of the subclasses of rogue, one of the subclasses of cleric, or just a bard.
Yeah, I'm gonna say C. Anyone argue against me on
Yeah,
that?
I would. I could
No.
agree. Thinking about it more, yeah. See,
You
Yeah.
said no?
I'm not gonna argue that.
Oh, I thought you was gonna argue against me.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
I'm not
"All right,
arguing.
let's fucking debate."
evocation. I'm gonna say A plus, just because. Hey, my allies don't get hit by my 7th level fireball.
I don't think
I don't-
think that
Nah.
ability's worth it. God, no.
That's
God.
incredibly powerful and useful, though.
Eh.
Because one of the big problems a lot of
Is
wizards,
it-
a lot of their good spell. Think about how many good spells do wizards
Is it
get?
when sorcerers get the same thing for a sorcery point?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wizards don't spend anything.
Yeah, well, no, I thought
This
it was
is just-
like, isn't it? It's not a permanent effect. I thought it was something. Oh,
I
don't want to see that.
Thought it was just a thing they get.
No,
Yeah, double
I'm
check
pretty
it.
sh-
I thought it was a thing that they just get.
No, I think
I mean,
it's something
even
like
if
they
it
can
is-
use per long rest.
No, I'm
It-
pretty sure it happens every time.
Okay, they
Yeah,
get.
it's whenever you cast it. It's 1 plus the spell level.
Choose a number of creatures equal to 1 plus the spell level.
They automatically succeed and they take no damage if they would have taken half. It's only weakened by the whole 1 plus spell level. That's the only thing that weakens it, which makes it stronger the higher level you use the spell at.
Here's my thing: empowered evocation, where you add your intelligence modifier to damage rolls too. Like, it's good, but I wouldn't say it's A. I would say it's a B plus.
I will counter you with potent cantrip. Damaging cantrips. Normally, a damaging cantrip, if they succeed, they just don't take any damage. This, they at least now take half damage. That's good. That's really good.
Is anyone arguing with him?
Think Toll the Dead at higher level.
Oh.
Is it-
Toll the Dead. Now they at least take half the damage. with it.
who is agreeing with the captain?
I am.
Buster, which way are you leaning?
I feel like its key abilities are just things that other classes get. It's not unique, and while it's decent, I don't think it's crazy good.
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy good either. Like, I'd be willing to like meet in an A minus, but
I'm not gonna. It's not A minus. Those are really strong
it's
abilities.
not A. It's not A plus. It's not
It's-
really that strong.
Get
Yeah.
it? No, that's
No,
no.
when
The
other
thing is,
classes get the ability.
no, they get
Yeah.
one. The only other class that gets the sculpting spell thing is sorcerer, but they have to spend something to do it.
Yeah, they get
This
spend
is
a
a free
resource.
resource.
They fucking are completely like around and gain benefits for spending and easily get back.
This one you don't have to spend anything though, and the higher level you are casting a
Here's
spell
the
out, the
Here's thing.
less you have
That's
to
it.
worry.
That's basically it to like level 10. That's all the fucking evocation
6.
wizard gets.
6 is when you get potent cantrip.
Yeah,
Which
you
means congratulations,
You get potent
you're
cantrip, which counters wizards because when you're getting to that level, you're not supposed to be casting cantrips as much.
Counterpoint. Congratulations, you're Toll the Dead that now has the 5th level damage buff. Or ability buff, like
Congratulations, it
remember what
does
it gets.
half damage. The target has resistance to necromancy. It's not that great.
Well, you could say that for a lot of things, though, still. But keep in mind, you also get all the fucking evocation spells for half cost. And there's a lot of powerful evocation spells. I think you're forgetting a lot of the cool evocation spells that you get access to.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's you get
Alright,
your
counterpoint.
kit,
In my
plus you
opinion,
could use it all.
counterpoint. It's also not that great for roleplaying.
No,
Yeah.
it is not. I will say, I will admit, It is not great for roleplay. I will
Like,
admit that.
The only one I can really theme it around is like a firebug type wizard, but even then, like you can do it with another subclass.
I mean, yeah, to an extent you can. Actually, can you?
Yeah, you can. I've seen it done with a transmutation wizard.
Yeah, you could do it with a
Yeah.
transmutation.
Yeah,
You know, I would say lowest is higher end of A minus. Is the lowest I think it can go.
I am willing to meet in an A minus, and that is as high as I will go on that because, to my opinion, evocation's just not that great. Like
It is.
yeah, you've got one
It doesn't
thing-
belong in the same tier as conjuration. That's what I mean. It does not belong in the same tier as conjuration.
No, you are right, but like, it is not. It is not on the same tier as abjuration or order of scribes. So, in my opinion,
Yeah.
it is lesser than those.
I'm gonna still disagree on that part, but I'll agree with A minus if it's on the higher
We'll meet
end of
in the
A minus.
middle. We'll possibly review it.
Yeah.
We'll come back to this. Illusion.
I'd put it with conjuration.
I mean,
What? I don't know. I love its roleplay potential,
Yeah,
especially.
it's got
with-
great roleplay
it's
potential.
got great
I
role
love
play potentials, but here's why I will say we just put it with conjuration. There is a downside to it, and that is if you don't have a story-based GM who's willing to work with you on it, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, you got to have a good GM.
You gotta
That's
have a good
willing to
GM
do
to
shit
make
with
this
it.
class work. Other than that, it's got
True.
great role play potential. It's got cool spells. It's honestly great for multiclassing too.
True.
Really good with Arcane Trickster.
Dip 2 levels into it. Arcane Trickster. Boom.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like 6 levels max in Wizards, everything else in Arcane Trickster, and you're pretty much good to go.
But it's one of those, it's good, but it benefits best because of another class, not by itself.
Yeah, true.
See what I mean? Where it's like, Abjuration Wizard is great on its own and combos well with the class. This is one that works best.
No, I
when
will
it's
say
combo.
Illusion works good on its own.
Yeah, but it's also, again, DM dependent. I would say
Phantasmal
A.
Killer.
I would say A. I would keep it A, bottom of A. So like other things,
I would
put
agree to
above
an
it
A
in
minus.
Yeah, I mean,
If
Listen,
if that's what you're arguing for, I'll agree to an A minus.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
Buster,
an A
you
minus.
seem like you don't like the A minus. What's up?
Nah, I think A plus, just because there's a lot of
It's-
bullshittery when it comes to illusion spells.
Again,
And-
that's fully relying on the GM working with you. On
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where we're saying it's an A minus. I agree
Yeah,
with
if you
you.
have a great GM, it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
if you have a great GM, it is A plus. But if not, it's an A minus.
If they're just going about what the spell says it can do and not going, okay, these are the kinds of things you can do with it.
Like great one.
That's when
My favorite one that I love to fuck with you. Phantasmal Force.
Yeah.
That is the best illusion spell in my opinian. That is just
My-
insanely
hands down.
overpowered.
My best way to describe what can make a great DM using an illusion wizard, how they treat Wish. Do they just go off the list of shit that it says you can get with Wish, or do they let you customize what it does?
Mhm.
If they let you customize, illusion wizard's great. If they go off the list, don't go illusion wizard.
All right, we're gonna move on. We'll
Yeah.
review at the end of this. Necromancy.
This is a weird one.
B.
Yeah, I would say solid B though.
The,
It's a solid
the
B.
reason why I say B on this one, I've played Necromancy. I love Necromancy builds. I'm Mr. Bones for fuck's sake. The reason why this is B is as a wizard, I feel so upset playing it because you get Animate Dead at level 6 for free, right?
Mhm.
You can take your 3rd level spell before that. So it makes you not want to take Animate Dead as early as possible. You want to take it a bit later, which pisses you off because you can't play the undead theme you're going for. And then all the bonuses for the undead don't kick in till like way later level, which most campaigns would end around then. Which I get
Yeah.
there's a reason for that.
It is a class that it doesn't get enough bonuses to counter how late
It
in the
is
game
better
it really
for an
puts.
NPC.
It's great for an NPC.
It is great for an
It's-
NPC.
it's
It
a-
is. I wish there was something different for a player.
And I will say this, and you're going to hate me for bringing this one up again. It suffers one of the same issues with Evocation Wizard, where it kind of is not great early on, because your biggest benefit is based on the spell level you're casting.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets great later on, it's great. If you're casting a 9th level spell, that's 10 targets you can avoid. This doesn't get much with it.
I'm going to recommend a complete rebuild on Necromancy, and here's my opinion. Instead of having like the idea where you can animate dead at will kind of thing, instead, what if you're a Necromancer who has one undead companion? It is your undead champion.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
And then as you go, you start getting more of the undead stuff.
Yeah.
But you get a passive, once per short rest or whatever, you can summon an undead.
Yeah, I'm thinking something like the like summon spell that lasts like 8 hours, or maybe like even an undead companion that like it's kind of like a ranger companion almost, where it's like, okay, it's got this weird level stat that kind of scales with me that I can train in like weapons or something, kind of like that.
Yeah, something like that I think would make it a lot better. It's literally, it doesn't have it gets really cool shit late level. There's not enough early level to really make it good, which keeps it, I think, from being higher. Otherwise, it's got some cool shit that you get later.
It does. Transmutation, B+.
I would say B+.
Yeah,
B+.
B+.
Don't even have to talk about it. It's a good one.
It's solid, but it suffers from some of the same conjuration stuff. If you can't creatively find situations to use
It's also
primary
it's also very limited with the time constraints with each material, which is really weird to me.
Yeah. Now, transmutation spells, there's really cool ones.
Yes.
A lot of those are very much like, you have to cast this spell for a year for it to work.
Something I didn't mention on why Abjuration, in my opinion, is fucking amazing. Abjuration, I believe, has the most... actually, I might be wrong on this now, because I think they added more. But permanent spells that, like, when you cast them multiple times, they become permanent. Abjuration had a large amount.
It had a very large amount, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's actually tipped over to transmutation in recent dates. But yeah, but those are like the two you would go if you want like permanent things. Like, oh, I have this permanent magic torch and a permanent wizard tower and a permanent private sanctum, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But
yeah, transmutation wizards are, again, great for NPCs.
War magic,
I would say it's a solid A.
B-.
Yeah.
I could agree with A-.
I said B-.
What are you talking about?
I said B-.
No, it's not a B-.
I do not like War Mage.
Bones, you like Blade Singer.
You just don't know how to play it.
Bones, you like Blade Singer.
In my opinion, War Mage is one of those things where it's like it's only really good if you go Eldritch Knight or Warlock.
I mean, the thing is, it covers the biggest weakness of a wizard. They don't have armor, save for mage armor. They are pathetic when it comes to HP and AC, and it helps cover at least the AC portion with your reaction.
Yeah, you're right, but in my opinion, it also makes it really hard to fucking roleplay.
No.
How so?
You're a war wizard.
You know what? Fair.
You're Gandalf. What are you talking about?
Gandalf. You know what?
You're Gandalf.
All right, I'll you know what? I understand. Where do you guys want it?
I would say it's a solid A-.
Yeah,
Okay.
A-.
I was about to say, it is not on this level, but I will agree to A-.
No.
Because, now again, I will agree with one of the things you said where it best works when you combo with other classes. That 100% I agree with.
Oh yeah.
It is, I say, another good one to use if you're trying to get someone into Wizard, because it gives them ways to counter how frail they are when they're still learning.
Blade Singing and Apollo's main thing is coming up with Barbarians.
Blade Singer, I would say this is
B-.
This is a B-. B-.
Yeah.
It's conceptually, I think, the single coolest wizard. The problem is...
Concept, great. Here's the thing.
Sucks.
No, I will say it not sucks. I will say it's too ambiguous, because we have the fucking debate constantly on if you can dual wield or not with this class.
Oh, no, it specifically says you can't.
Yeah, I think the only one who actually still debates it is you, because I think it does say you can't.
You can only have one hand and nothing in your offhand. Like no shield or anything in your offhand.
All right. If you
Hey,
don
look,
medium or
it's-
heavy armor or a shield, or if you use 2 hands to make a weapon attack. It does not say you need a free hand. It says if you use 2 hands to make a weapon attack.
Huh.
Which, to me, when you're dual wielding, you are not using 2 hands to make a weapon attack. Which is why
I see
it's
you-
saying that is really ambiguous.
I think it should say two-handed weapon if that's what they're implying, because you could also rule it as you are using both of your hands if you're dual wielding.
Yeah, which is why I say it's
Yeah.
ambiguous.
That's that I remember it now. Yeah, that's why if you are ruling it as two-handed weapon, it gets better. It's still not. It's a class that wants you to play the opposite of how you're supposed to play a wizard.
But it also doesn't boost your stats. Like,
Enough.
I mean, you still have a low ass HP pool, you know?
Yeah,
like
I will say it's a weird concept. It just needed more thought put into it.
yeah, it's a very cool idea, but it's not the best. Now, it does get one super cool ability.
Hmm?
The extra attack that it has is awesome.
Yes,
Oh,
it is a cool version of extra attack. But let's have Paulo take the spotlight here of his favorite fucking
Oh yeah, his
class.
favorite fucking class.
Paulo, you haven't spoke since we were covering Wizard. It's Barbarian now. Fucking speak.
Yes.
Storm
Barbarian.
Herald, my man. I actually
Our
don't know
expert.
if you've ever even looked at this one.
I just kind of glimpsed over it. I was actually thinking that for my.
It's a cool
first,
one.
Hang on, I want to say
It
this. The
is.
reason why we call Apollo the expert here is because, like, every campaign he's tried to run a Barbarian.
He's only done it
it's only
twice.
been-
Alright,
He's-
Yeah,
twice.
you've done it twice, but you've turned 2 other classes into a pseudo tank.
True.
That being said, I have looked at Storm Herald. It's fucking cool.
It
Yeah,
is.
no, I looked at it too. I'm like, oh wow, this looks neat.
I actually don't know much about this.
I am
one.
the storm that is approaching.
Is this
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
one that's like a lightning theme kind of shit?
No, you summon
Not-
storms.
Oh.
Yeah, you literally have a storm surrounding you. Like,
But
But
it
it's
could
not
be
just
like
lightning.
it could be a
Dust
sandstorm,
storms, sandstorms.
snowstorm. Yeah.
Oh, those. Okay,
Those
yeah, no,
storm.
I haven't looked at that.
Your
Okay.
rage is nature's wrath, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and like you basically pick I think environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like you can pick
And you
an
get a storm
environment of
based on it.
another one, don't you?
Yeah,
something.
so like it's kind of like the totem where like I think you can like switch off.
I'll
Like
give-
oh
yeah, I
you
think-
have desert for one. and then
I'm
you
gonna
have
throw this out there.
blizzard.
A.
Yeah,
To be fair,
no,
barbarian is just a solid class. It's
is.
hard to get a bad barbarian.
Well, no, there is a bad barbarian.
I said hard. I said
Oh,
hard,
yeah,
not impossible.
yeah. Hard.
Well, we'll get to that one.
We'll
Yeah,
get to
we'll
that
get to
one. Totem Warrior.
Totem Warrior is an
Yeah,
S.
we are.
I'm sorry, it's an S.
Yeah, it's an S.
It's,
I
Put
hate
it
it.
up there right
That's an
now.
S.
I
Barbarian is
Bear totem.
wizard.
Bear totem.
okay.
Bear
Actually,
totem.
I wanna argue here. I wanna do one and I wanna do 2 in a pair. Do you think Berserker is equal to Totem Warrior?
Fuck
I-
no.
Fuck no.
No.
So
Not even close.
I love Berserker because it's like it's the actual base. Like
No one plays it though.
I'm
no one
sorry.
plays it because of the debuff, but I really like
Yeah,
the
the
debuff
debuff is
for role
horrible.
playing.
Yeah, for role playing, it's good.
Yeah, role playing, but the
But-
effect is horrible.
The
Also,
effect, yeah, it's awful.
it kind of depends on how much your GM's willing to like run with the exhaustion mechanics.
Knowing you,
No.
yeah.
Exhaustion is
I
terrible.
will argue Berserker
How about
goes in
this?
A though.
No, absolutely not.
No. Trash
No.
for one shot.
Trash.
No,
No, it's not that bad.
It-
There is another one that is
no.
worse. There is
Yeah,
one that's
we-
worse. I
we
would
will-
put this as B minus.
Yeah,
Which one's worse?
Oh
I
yeah,
want
we will
Magic?
get to that.
No.
Hang on, we will get to that.
Okay.
Fucking, I will not put this anywhere even fucking below C.
I will put it in B minus.
Be
I
mine.
put
I
it B
will.
minus.
I will argue B. And my
I'd be
reason
okay with B.
my reason is this is like the traditional berserker barbarian. This is when you think of barbarian. This is what a barbarian plays as.
Yes. That being said, doesn't make it good.
Which is why
We're going off of how good they are, not the tradition behind it.
we're arguing everything here. What are you talking
we
about?
are.
You
Not
think we
really.
have a consensus on how we grade things?
No, we're still arguing that they're good, like whether they're good or not that they're traditional.
We're good in whatever
I'm okay
opinions
with
we
B.
care about.
I'm okay with B. I'll be okay with B. It's
Buster,
still a barbarian.
Apollo,
Barbarian
will
is
you
strong.
meet in B for Berserker?
Fine.
Like, I'm not gonna argue too much in Berserker.
You will not put
Yeah.
it in trash. I will drive
It's
up
not
there and
trash.
murder you. It is not trash.
Yeah, it's not trash because it's a barbarian, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only thing that's saving it. It's just
Ancestral
barbarian.
Guardian, wannabe druid.
What?
No, I mean,
No.
No,
no,
It
this
is
is
the tank.
no. Totem Warrior is the tank. This one is
No,
like,
no. Like
well,
when
yeah,
I say when I say tank, I don't mean tank as in they can take damage. I mean tank as in they draw in damage. They help protect their allies.
Oh yeah. Anyone
Yeah.
within 30 feet of them, if they take any damage, they can use a reaction to reduce the damage by 2d6.
it's true. Yeah, this is. I would put this one at A. This is the none of my friends get hurt barbarian.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's
I'll
There's
agree
another
to
class
it.
that does that too. But
No.
we'll get to that when we get to
Battle
Now the
Rager.
trash. The trash.
it.
I want to love it. I want to love it so badly. I
It's-
love the concept of spiked
It's
armor.
so no. Here's the thing about spiked armor. It should have just been a fucking item. Should not have been
It's-
class restricted. It should not have been race restricted. Should not have been its own fucking thing. It should have just
Well, that's why I
become
haven't
a
read it.
fucking item.
Now, the thing I hate about it, I wish there were more classes that were race dependent because
Yeah,
this just
like-
feels out of place.
Yeah, if there
It
were
really does.
more like, oh, a special ranger that's only for elf, or ooh, a special human fighter only. But no. This one is literally the only fucking race one as we are recording this.
Now,
And it-
don't get me wrong. There's some cool shit that it gets. For example, when you do your reckless attack at 6th level, you gain 10 hit points equal to your con modifier.
yeah,
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
no, it's really cool,
Yeah.
especially when you combo it with like fucking dwarves and their special like con healing shit. But my entire
Now-
thing is there is too many restrictions on this fucking class.
Yeah.
Now, there is one other cool thing that it gets. At 10th level, you can dash as a bonus action. That's really fucking good.
That is scary,
Well, yeah.
barbarian.
That's why I'm gonna say it's not trash. That's why I'm gonna say because it is a really good. I'll put it in D tier because it's really good. It's just annoying that it is restricted to only dwarves.
I am going to argue it is still trash because who the fuck plays it?
I mean, if I played a dwarf, I would consider playing it. That's the thing. It's one of those. If I decided to play a dwarf, I would consider it.
If I played a dwarf, like the thing I see this like this is like a one shot fucking class. That's what this is. If I am doing a one shot where I'm playing a dwarf, I would play this class. This is not a campaign character.
No, I could see it for being a campaign character. I'll say F tier. Because the ones that I think go in trash for one shots are the ones that are genuinely horrible. This is a great class that has a restriction based on race. It's still a great class. It is a very good class.
If anything, yeah, let's put it at D.
That's why I said F.
I will
That's
meet
why I
at
said
F.
F.
I will meet at F.
If
Buster?
it didn't have the... Yeah, Buster, I think, agreed.
Sure, I'll stay with F.
If it didn't have the class restriction, I would put this one as a solid A minus because it is a very cool
I
class.
wouldn't even put it that high, even with
Yeah.
the age
No,
restriction.
it's got some cool stuff. It's got some cool stuff.
It's got some cool stuff. I would have put it at fucking A with the cool shit. Like, for a
And
good
I-
example, spiked armor, I don't even think that should be in a fucking class. That should not be a class thing. That should be an item.
No.
No, I like no. There's other. I'm okay with it being a class related item
No,
for
I am
this
not.
class if it wasn't just dwarves.
No, here's the thing. Here's why I fucking argue against that. If it is class restricted, let's say if it was like a restricted magic item that requires a specific class attunement, like can only be attuned by this barbarian subclass, right? There are still classes that can bypass that mechanic, so that having it be a part of the class undermines them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm saying this should be a fucking item that yes, they can pick it up and it's really cool, and like you should encourage players to like start with it if you're playing high fantasy.
Now, keep in mind, technically speaking, you can remove these restrictions if you're the GM
Yeah, but
and just say, fuck it, we're just reading it off of like how the rules are without alteration. It's a class. It's such a cool idea. It's such a cool concept. I like the idea.
which is the only reason why I'm meeting an F.
Now, I wish there were more races that had specific classes for them because it fits the lore, it fits the world.
If there were more classes like that, I would raise it a bit, but there is
Exactly. It's one of those. It's held back because of why it's restricted. I wish there was more because then it wouldn't feel as awkward and dumb.
All right, moving on. Zealot.
Ooh, Zealot. This is your the cleric / paladin.
If there was a C+, I would give it a C+.
I'll put it at a B minus.
I would put it at B.
Yeah.
It has some
can
cool
s-
abilities.
Yeah,
The thing
it has,
is,
it has
the
some cool
abilities you
abilities, but
get-
we can't.
The thing is, for most of the abilities you get, just be a paladin.
Yeah,
I mean-
like another class does it better.
That's the thing. There's an entire class ignoring subclass that does almost the same kind of thing, basically.
Also, I'm gonna say we can't just keep basing it off cool factor.
Yeah,
No,
like,
it's not just cool factor with Zealot, because Zealot actually has one of the best damage outputs for Barbarian, considering that's the only Barbarian subclass, to my knowledge, that gets a damage bonus in the form of extra radiant damage or necrotic damage that I believe you get around like 6th or 7th level,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it far more powerful. Third?
You get it at default, but it's the first creature you hit on your turn. So it's basically only for one hit on the turn, not every hit or anything.
Yeah,
It's still 1d6.
Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I'm not going to say a
but it's
D6
not
extra
like,
skill.
it's a great feature. It's a good
Almost
feature.
half of your barbarian level.
Yeah, at high level it gets really strong, but we could add that to a lot of things.
Yeah, also keep in mind, Apollo, we go campaigns much later. Most campaigns end around 10 to 14, which would be 5 to 7 extra damage.
Wait, we can hit
Bones, we
level 10?
haven't gone that far.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Because every campaign we've had has ended early for various reasons.
Shush, we don't talk about those reasons.
It's a very cool...
Moving on!
I could be happy with B on this one,
Beast.
actually. I could be happy
I
with
don't know.
B.
I want it to be at least on par or higher than Berserker.
I'll
Because
put,
it
you know
does
what,
have
you
that
know what,
damage.
fair. We put, here, how about this? How about
Okay,
that?
I'm
yeah,
okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
That makes more sense, because in my opinion, Zealot is better than Berserker.
It is better than Berserker, yeah.
Beast. B.
B plus.
Yeah.
B.
I don't know much about the furry subclass.
It's cool.
It is the furry
It's-
subclass, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. No, that's like in Blood Hunter.
It is a fun one. It's a fun one.
It's a
There's
fun
some
one.
cool
it's
shit you can
cool.
do with it.
Yeah,
It's-
like it has good storytelling.
Yeah. It's an all-around solid class. It's nothing great. It's nothing
burst in that
bad.
upper B or A, but it's like I'll play it.
It's one of
Alright.
those ones that if you went like Changeling, Beast Barbarian, it's got a lot of
Ooh,
cool roleplay right there.
or the
Shifter?
half Lycan
Yeah, Shifter.
shifters. Oh
Or
yeah,
Shifter. Shifter's another good one. Yeah, there's a lot of cool ones like you can do shit with it. By itself, it's meh.
Okay,
Now we have Wild Magic.
well, this is gonna split the party. Wild Magic, in my opinion, is fucking good on Barbarian.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
It's-
agree.
Wow, this is really split.
I understand the opposite spectrum. I do. I like it. I think it.
I love
I
love
think
the
it-
concept.
I think it adds a flavor to Barbarian that the other subclasses just don't touch. Also,
That's true.
It does offer this cool idea, and this is just like I know we don't like try to judge off the multiclass, but the idea that you could be a Barbarian Wild Magic with a Sorcerer Wild Magic multiclass.
Okay, see, you're bringing up Wild Magic Sorcerer as if it's good.
Yeah.
It is.
No,
Why
no,
would
I'm
you
not,
do that?
I'm not bringing it up as in good. I'm bringing it up that it's cool that there's these two subclasses in different classes that can meet in the middle.
I mean, there's a few of them that do that though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
but there's none that are
It's-
just like outright the same subclass.
I would put this one as a solid. I'd put this one again as a solid B. It's a fun one. It's a good roleplay one. It's a lot of cool shit.
That's higher than I was actually gonna rate it. I'll put
Actually,
I was
looking
gonna
at
put
the
B
tape,
minus.
looking at the table, unlike the Wild Magic Sorcerer, it's not as random or DM dependent,
No, it's not.
and also, it's actually a lot tighter.
Yeah,
It is.
it's a lot tighter. Don't get me wrong. It's like I said, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's one of the better ones. I would say it's one of the definitely middle of the road ones. It's a very interesting one. It's a cool concept. A lot of good roleplay shit.
Hmm.
But it's not one of the top
B.
higher end ones.
I was gonna say B minus. I was gonna say B
I-
minus or
I would
C.
I wouldn't say C or B minus. I would say B minus. B minus I think is a nice medium
Yeah,
Apollo.
because it's not as good. It's not as good. Yeah, expert.
Apollo is
what do you
a
think?
barbarian expert. What would you say?
Yeah, B minus.
Okay.
Because it's not as good as some of the really good ones, but it's
Yeah.
not bad. It's a pretty solid one.
I want to actually ask our barbarian master. How do you feel about the barbarian ranking?
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Okay.
It's deserving.
I like how no one argued Totem Warriors S.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
Bones for a split second tried to say something, and then we said Bear Totem.
yeah, I was about to say something, but then it's like Bear Totem exists, and it's like, God fucking damn it. It's like,
Congratulations,
in my opinion, Bear Totem ruins the class because Bear
It
Totem
does.
is so
It's
over.
too strong. It's too strong.
it is.
Bear Totem should have been, in my opinion, like the early level was like resistance to bludgeoning, piercing. Well, you get that during raging. Actually.
Yeah, the
mean-
thing you get late. The thing you get. I'm gonna double check what you get later on for Bear.
Yeah. I think
Later
it's
on,
good.
you gain a higher carrying capacity and advantage on strength. You should have got that as your base Bear Totem thing, and then at 6th level is when you get the resistance to shit.
Yeah, that would have made it so much more balanced.
I
Because
think
otherwise, at 3rd level, you resist everything but psychic.
Yeah,
That's
third
insane.
level, I rage. I resist everything but psychic. It's like, oh,
And hey, guess what?
not
if
buying no
you-
mind flayers.
No, it gets worse. If you are a certain type of Gem Dragonborn, I believe Sapphire Gem Dragonborn, you resist psychic damage. You resist everything.
I thought they were force.
Nope, that's
No.
Amethyst.
Oh.
So congratulations, you resist everything.
Or you could
Yeah.
literally just get a ring of psychic resistance.
Or you could get a ring of psychic resist, but this is just out the gate, 3rd level, you resist everything. You rage.
Let's move on to
Nice.
bards. Creation.
Ooh, these are the fun ones. Hey,
creation.
C.
Hey, me.
Honestly,
Yeah.
maybe even D.
What?
but hey,
Oh, yeah,
should we should we bring in the bard expert, Apollo?
Why?
I would argue that you're all. I would argue that you're all fucking bard experts.
Uh,
I'm the
The-
only
the
one
ch-
who hates bards, and even I like a bard subclass or two.
the joke
Bard was one
about
of my first class.
Apollo being the
Bard
bard
was your first
subclass.
class?
Yeah, no, it was one of my first class. Like
Yeah.
Rogue was my first, but Bard was like my second.
The joke about Apollo being the bard expert is if he plays a bard and he uses a cantrip to cause damage, there is a 95% chance he will cause no damage.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Or if I do,
Hang on.
it is
It's
minimal.
Can we talk about Dark Brandon and the I cast Vicious Mockery? Your mom's a hoe.
Your mom's a hoe.
Sticks and stones may break my
Um,
bones, but I cast vicious mockery. Failed. Fuck.
I honestly, in my opinion, creation is like one of the worst subclasses of bard.
It's a neat idea, but it's not great. It's one of those I would say C.
I would honestly argue D.
I mean, you're still able to buff the party with some neat effects. That's why I'm gonna say it's
I'll
not a
meet
D.
with C, but yeah.
Just like I said, it's a
Eloquence.
weird. Eloquence is good. Eloquence is one of the strongest
that-
ones in the game.
Isn't that the broken one?
yeah.
Or
Yes.
am I thinking?
Lore
This is the one where
broken.
you just
No,
No,
lore ain't broken.
no. Lore is powerful. Eloquence is broken because it's hey, you know how you're making a charisma or a persuasion or deception check?
Mhm.
You cannot physically roll anything lower than a 10 on your die.
So you're a rogue.
Yeah.
Worse, because you also get the expertise with it, plus your charisma bonus.
So
And
you're a
full
rogue.
caster
which
levels.
Rogues get expertise.
Yes, but they
They're
don't
all-
have the ability to inherently make it so that the roll itself cannot be lower than 10.
Yes, they can. Yeah, they get
Yeah,
that ability.
they do. At level
They
10.
do?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is at
Reliable
third.
talent.
That isn't.
This is a third level with Silver Tongue in
Bullshit.
College of Eloquence. Yes, this is what you get right out of the gate.
I do remember this one being OP as shit.
It's insanely
bonus
powerful. At
action, you
10th
can
level,
spend 1 bardic inspiration and choose one. Oh, you don't have to do it on yourself. No, that's not the third
No.
level feature.
Silver Tongue, College of Eloquence.
Oh,
you are a
yeah, but it's
master
only
at saying the
for
right
first
thing at the
wave.
right time. When you make
Yeah.
a charisma persuasion or charisma
Okay,
deception check, you
That
can treat
being
a D20 as
being a third level makes that fucking insane.
It's insane. Exactly. It's easy in A. It's a very easy just
Glamour. B minus.
B minus.
B minus. Anyone
Yeah.
argue against that?
I always do love my Fae. Oh well.
Yeah, it's wait. We might have to bump Eloquence up one more level
Why?
because of its universal speech ability.
Oh
God,
yeah.
you're still fucking going on that.
I was just reading through some of the other stuff it gets at 6th level. You can just choose creatures equal to your charisma modifier for an hour that can just understand you no matter what.
No, because other classes do it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Monk has something where they can just do it, and fucking there's a rogue subclass that can do it telepathically, and
Yeah,
races get the
this is
effect.
just-
Like, it's not that great.
I mean, yeah, but this is an added on to what is already an incredible ability.
Yeah.
Eh,
This is the this is the one that's supposed to be talking to everybody. They can make everyone understand it now.
true,
oh,
but
fuck.
it's so late compared
No,
to
it's not. It's only
others.
6th level.
Yeah, that's so late compared to other classes. Rogue gets their ability to do it at like 3.
Do they get it at 3?
The one V played, yeah. The psionic bullshit.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's not worth a tier increase.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Or-
Lore,
I-
I would say, is a B plus.
I have a fondness for lore though.
I will
Lore's
say
fun.
lore to me is an A minus also
Yeah. Well,
I
the
would say
thing
A
is,
minus B plus.
because you
Yeah.
can't just ignore the lore like would I know this? It's a lore bard.
Yeah, it's one of it's like when I am the DM and someone's a lore bard and they ask, it'll be a high DC. There's a chance they might have heard something.
Yeah, it's just like the chance you just know a shitload because you're a bard of lore.
I mean, you have to remember they're called colleges. Bards are actually pretty well educated.
Yeah.
well,
Makes sense.
it's not that kind of college though. This is the only one that I would consider is that kind of college.
Yeah.
This is a
There's
bard
a
that basically
lot.
went to university. like,
All
this,
right.
okay,
Swords.
Swords and Valor, A plus both. They're both fucking fantastic.
yes.
Very combat oriented.
Okay,
You want
I
to
can-
argue against that?
No, I agree with swords completely, but Valor, I feel like Valor just doesn't do it as well.
I
I
actually
want to put it one tier under.
I want to do a little switcheroo on everyone here.
Oh my.
Because
So-
it's basically that.
In my opinion, swords and Battlemaster kind of go hand in hand, are almost the exact fucking same.
Battlemaster.
Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
When you put it like that, you're not wrong.
No, you're not.
They're
I hate
not
it.
really, because both of them are themed around the idea of, okay, I get this die type. This die type can be expanded for extra damage and a unique type of ability. Battlemaster gets master mechanics. Fucking College of Swords get flourishes. There's a few less flourishes than fucking Battlemaster, but they're still the same bullshit.
Yeah.
Just
You
one
a bit of an
scales off your
understatement.
bardic inspiration, the other is just a flat D8. Like, they both have advantage, and I feel they should be ranked together.
Well,
I wouldn't say
No.
go that far. But since
Okay.
you already fucking moved Fighter up, we might.
I'll move it back. I'll move
Battlemaster.
it back. I just want to make that a thing.
I would say Swords absolutely A plus. I
I agree.
I would say Valor
I-
A
I-
minus.
Yeah. I was gonna say Valor's not on the same level as Swords.
It's
I
not
agree
on the
with
same
that.
level Swords, but it's still
I
very
agree with
good.
that, and we'll move that one back down for when we're in fight. I just
And
want,
then
Oh,
Whispers, you're a
love this.
rogue. Whispers
Yes.
is you're a rogue.
I love it. I fucking
I-
love it.
I don't, because you're just copying Rogue.
But
yeah,
it's full
but it's
caster
very
rogue.
good.
I feel like if you multi-class Rogue, it's good, but then we're relying on the multi-class thing. It's like
I would say it's a B. It's a solid B. It's
I'll
a really
agree.
cool.
I'll agree
cool
to a
idea.
solid B. Buster.
I want to say B plus.
I could argue.
I
could go
can
B
argue
plus.
with that. I can agree
I
to
can
a
argue
B
B
plus.
plus. It's a good class. Don't be wrong. It's just the ones that are higher up are really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
yeah.
it deserves the A spot, but it deserves a B plus.
Now we start getting. Okay, are you guys ready to start getting broken?
All right, can
yeah.
we? All right.
Mm,
What's wrong, Apollo? What's wrong?
I'm excited.
Okay,
We're in
I
cleric
was-
now.
I was going to say let's try to do rapid round cleric, but if you're excited, we can go through it like normal. Just because there's so many fucking clerics.
That's the problem. There's so many fucking clerics. The other problem is most of them are they're all like really good.
Arcane is wannabe wizard. It's
Yeah,
C.
one.
Yeah.
I think it's I would say it's the worst one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
C.
Wannabe wizard.
I love it. Here's why I love it. It's like the perfect reason to play a wannabe mystic thaumaturge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is like the perfect thing to be like, I am a cleric, I am a wizard, I am the master of both divine and arcane prowess. Like, that is where you go for it. But it's just like, other than that, the class isn't that great, the abilities aren't that great. I'm splitting whenever I actually roleplay it. It's not that good. It's okay.
Yeah. Better as an NPC.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just not good for players.
Yeah. Death?
I give it an A.
Really? An A from you? I didn't expect you to give it that.
I
high.
wouldn't say an A. I would say a B plus.
I'd argue A minus. Buster?
I could see A minus.
A minus? Oh no, that was one I was talking about. That's better for an NPC.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, it's because the only bonuses it gives around 6th level is for like undead companions in itself, which doesn't really exactly help the team.
I mean,
No, it's
no,
basically
but
like-
here's the
it's
thing.
like a
You're
cool-
supposed to play this just like the Oathbreaker, where it's like you summon undead.
Yeah, I guess so. But
Yeah.
It's still good. I mean, keep in mind, one of your things is that you just ignore resistance to necrotic damage with your channel divinity, which is pretty powerful. Ignoring resistance to a damage type is good.
true.
I'd argue A minus.
And
Yeah.
any of your necrotic spells also ignore it, so
Yeah.
it's good. That I
Especially
think bumps it up to A minus reading that.
Especially with Toll the Dead.
Yeah, because I think it does get Toll the Dead as a cantrip. That's strong.
Yeah.
Forge is interesting. It's a very
Forge is
powerful
wannabe
offensive-
paladin.
Pretty
You get
much.
you get armor proficiency.
I also say C.
No.
No, I wouldn't say that low.
Bones,
would
I'm
go-
gonna say one
Wait.
word. I'm gonna say one word that it gets at third when you are third level. I'm gonna say one thing. Well, two words technically. Heat metal.
B.
What? How can you give it a B? It gets bonus to AC. It deals extra fire damage.
Go B plus.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go B plus.
I go B plus.
I just don't like. I just don't like it.
Yeah,
I like
okay, that's just you don't like it. It's objectively, it's a very good one.
Grave. A.
Yeah, I would say A.
Yeah.
A.
It's another.
Yeah.
It's also built around death, but it's the
Also,
opposite
the
side
ability
of
to
it.
just say "fuck no, you don't crit."
Yeah, that's
Yes.
strong.
Yeah, that's just insanely strong. Knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge.
Like-
I don't know on this one. This is a weird one to me.
Read a creature's thought. I mean, you could read creature's thoughts at 6th level with a channel divinity.
I mean, that's
Mm.
cool, but it's also
I would say it's a B.
I'd say B minus.
Yeah. Like
B-
it'll be
yeah,
cool.
I can see B minus.
I could see it as like an NPC,
Yeah,
Again,
like a
That's-
great librarian.
I mean, I could see a knowledge domain cleric being an interesting character to play, but it would be a
Yeah.
very like a lot of their stuff is very much not great for if you're in a fight.
Yeah.
All their shit's good for outside of combat.
Life.
Kind of runs the same issue as Arcana. Or
Life,
Arcana.
congratulations, no one dies. That's life. That's life domain in a
Well,
nutshell.
yeah,
Everyone lives.
Generic
Glorious.
cleric. A.
It's
A plus.
A plus?
I can see A plus. I can see A plus.
I can see A plus, yeah. I
That
mean,
is the healer.
yeah, it's your classic healer. It's like you see so much like still designed and like themed around the old school D&D. Yeah, it's just good.
Also heavy armor.
All right, go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay, and I will
Light
light domain. I'd put light at A as well. It gets
Yeah.
insanely
Yeah.
powerful spells.
It
Light,
does.
light's just good. Nature.
Fuck.
Now this is wannabe druid. B plus.
This is wannabe
Oh
druid.
yeah,
This is
wannabe druid.
absolutely.
B plus. It's wannabe druid.
Yeah,
That's the
it's-
weird thing about cleric. There's so many subclasses. A lot of the druid domains basically just make you a pseudo other class.
All right, I'm gonna go here a little rapid fire order. B.
B.
B. B. No one has anything against it. All right, cool. Peace.
Yeah.
I also say B.
B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace.
As long as you
gameplay
have someone who can
potential,
play it
cool
properly.
Mechanics can be annoying at times though.
Yeah.
Tempest.
B plus.
B plus.
Tempest is B plus. Tempest is
B
cool.
plus.
It's not it's not great, but it's cool.
Cool, great. You guys have
Maximize
cool
damage.
multi-classes with like storm, sorcery, and kind of shit.
Yeah.
Trickery.
Trickery.
A plus, or sorry, B plus. Also,
Yeah.
Shadowheart.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Shadowheart.
love
Shadowheart's-
the mechanic that a cleric can gain a poison smite ability. That's cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Twilight.
Twilight.
Domain.
Alright,
Apollo.
alright.
That one's busted.
Busted. I have to say, like, normally I would say, like, oh, it's A or something. The way Apollo plays this makes me have to put it at S.
I was an
Yeah.
asshole.
He figured out how to essentially make it so that you just become fucking unkillable.
You could fly, you could create fucking 40 temp points per turn for all characters. You could give everyone dark vision for like 300 feet. Like,
Yeah.
you broke this class and I hate it. I can never look at it again.
It's absolutely
Or-
busted.
So much fun.
A.
Oh, much
Yeah,
fun.
War is A. You're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
you're a paladin without being a paladin.
Yeah, it's good. Alright. Alright.
Artificer.
Time to talk
These,
about the dead class.
God, they need to add more to Artificer. Or Artificer, if you want to say it.
Armor is the coolest one out of all this. Well,
No.
second coolest.
I would
There
say it's
you
the
go.
second coolest, yeah.
I will give this straight up A minus.
Yeah, it's a really cool the fact that you customize your armor.
You are
To-
Iron Man.
And
You
and
basically turn into Iron Man.
the
Yeah.
ability where your armor becomes multiple infusion slots is really cool.
Oh,
Yes, that by itself is incredible, and it really, really makes you incredibly customizable to how you want to play.
Okay.
No, there is one other thing about it that I will say is incredible. You do not have to worry about missing limbs if you're arcane armorer,
Yep.
because your armor takes the place of your missing limbs. So you can have no arms or legs. If you are you have arcane armor, you're good.
You're a noodle. You're a
Just
noodle.
never take off the gauntlets and the greaves, and
Well, you
you're
have
good.
to for the exhaustion when sleeping.
Yeah, but other than that, you're fine.
Artillerist, I hate this class.
I hate it.
My
It's,
favorite.
It's
Pet
good,
class. What
and
are
I
you talking
hate it
about?
because it's good.
Yeah.
it's
All you
Objectively-
need to do is get this and take Firebolt, and you win. Like
pretty much. It's
120
impo-
feet, pop. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it's so annoying. It's so
I just-
powerful because of it.
I just want to give it A minus because I hate it.
But it's like you have to give it A plus because it's fucking obscenely powerful.
Yeah, I have to.
It's
give it A+.
objectively really good. It's objectively really
Yeah.
good, but if you play it, you're a bitch.
My
Pretty much, yeah.
counter.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
Speaking of,
If you play it, you have a bitch stamp.
I can
I hope
agree with
there's
that.
no one watching this.
Well, if you play it that way, you get the bitch stamp.
Alchemist, cool class, not that great.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's great. Like, it's a great idea.
I can see B. Yeah, it's a cool concept. It's a cool idea, but it doesn't. They
I
don't
think
do
it
much.
also role plays with other classes well.
Yeah,
If I'm being honest, I think it would have been cool if they looked into like mutagens and such, but
They
as
did
it
that
stands
with
right now-
Blood Hunter. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Blood Hunter technically
Yeah.
came out before Artificer.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's the thing. And now we have Battlesmith. What should be the coolest one, objectively, I think
Trash.
is the worst.
I don't know
It's
shit
trash.
about it.
Eh.
It's okay. What you get is you get a dog.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a dog.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
that sounds like a
basically
solid
it.
game right there.
You get the dog. It doesn't scale well. It doesn't have that cool. You have to waste like a bonus action commanding it.
Well, it's only a bonus
now,
action.
you do get a couple cool things, like you get proficiency with martial weapons. This is the one if you want to be a pseudo fighter, and I've actually played it multi-classed with fighter. Get proficiency with martial weapons, and if you attack with a magic weapon, you can use your intelligence modifier instead of your strength or dex for the attack and damage rolls. So you don't have to spec into strength or dex for this to be a very good martial class.
What I'm hearing is that it's actually a pseudo Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
It's a pseudo Eldritch Knight. The problem is the other thing you get with it isn't great.
And the thing about it is that's what the entire class scales off of.
Yeah, your companion. Think of it as a slightly better Beastmaster. That's basically what it is.
I wouldn't even say that in my opinion. Beastmaster.
Because at least
scales
it's scale.
better.
No, Beastmaster doesn't scale. That's the thing. This does scale. It just scales like shit.
No, Beastmaster scales.
No, it doesn't. That's the
No.
issue with it.
No, it does scale. It
I
does.
think you're thinking the Druid one.
No, I am not. I am thinking of
I can-
Ranger Beastmaster. It
I
has a
don't
scale.
think Ranger. I don't think it does. I thought it didn't. I thought that was
It
literally
does.
what
They've
everyone complained about.
updated it.
Did they update it?
They
Because I
updated
don't
it like
remember.
way back in Tosh's, dude.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember it getting updated. Also, because everyone ignored
Yeah,
it
like
because
later
it's
on,
dog
your
shit.
beast gains the ability to magic attack. Third level, add your proficiency bonus to AC attack rolls and damage. So whenever you level up, the beast levels up. Yeah, it scales.
Okay, so it's on par. Got it. So they're on par with each other then.
I would still say Beastmaster is better because you can fucking customize it. Like you could grab a flying beast. You could have
Yeah, but remember,
bear or wolf.
the Battlesmith one does have some cool reaction shit that it can do. Remember,
It wasn't that good. It was not that good.
and it does have one very useful ability that we used in that one shot thing that we did.
Listen, I'm
Where-
going to put this at either F or trash. It is up to you.
Nope, no, it's I would say D, Arcane Jolt. At 9th level, if you hit with a magic weapon or your Steel Defender hits a target, they take an extra 2d6 force damage. That's a lot of
Isn't that
extra
only a
damage.
once per turn thing?
Nope. It does not say once per turn. Number of times equal to your int modifier. Okay, no, it is once per turn, and you get it back on a long rest. It's still really good.
Yeah, equal to your int modifier, which is only a maximum of 5,
Yeah.
so 5 per long rest. That's not that great.
Or you can also use it to heal people, too. So you do get a healing ability plus that. It's not great, but I would say that puts it into D.
What
It's
about
not
you two?
great.
What about you two? I'm going to argue F on this. Buster,
I like
Apollo?
dog. I really like the concept behind it and the idea. And from what I've seen, I don't think it's F tier.
Yeah, I don't think it's
tempted
F.
for D.
Apollo?
I don't think it's F. Apollo has no opinion.
Apollo was here just for Barbarian Cleric. That was it.
Pretty much.
Our barbarian expert.
He
it's-
was happy on Barbarian, then he was like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to go make food.
It's like it's one of those. It's shit, but it's not that shit.
Yeah, no.
That's the
I would
thing.
say maybe I would say C, like a
Because-
low.
No, it's not C.
No.
Now keep in mind, it also does get extra attack.
Alright, keep it at D then.
So I'd say it's a solid D.
It's
It's
not
just-
Battle
Honestly,
Ranger.
honestly, the extra attack, in my opinion, makes it worse because this is a class I would want to multi-class with. And then if it gets extra attack, that makes me not want to multi-class with Fighter because then...
Well, you don't have to. That's the thing. Because remember, this one scales
I'll,
off of
I'll
your
meet
int.
you at D since Buster argued with you, but I still think it deserves lower.
You said the only reason I was multi-classed into fighter is because of backstory.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
All right, moving on to Druids.
Okay, this is when things start getting weird.
This is when I
Yeah.
don't know that much because I don't play.
Yeah.
Dreams I
It's-
think is like B, isn't it?
Let me check.
Dreams.
Dreams.
Yeah, let
is
me
like-
check what that one.
Yeah, I think Dreams is like cool.
Yeah,
I
like
think
you can
dreams
teleport.
This is
Competitiveness?
super healer. I feel.
Yeah.
Isn't this the? No, I'm thinking of Stars.
It's Faye.
Yeah, this is the Fey oriented one.
Yep, the healer.
At second level you get like a cool healing ability.
It's
Like you can give people like bonuses to stealth and perception checks. Like it's a weird one. It's like a stealth druid.
it's,
Oh,
It's
they're like-
really weird.
The 14th, where it's like teleportation circle to the last place you finished a long rest, is cool.
yeah.
It's
Plus,
It's-
you can
it's-
cast it without using a spell slot or material components.
like at 6th level, the fact that you can basically make a ball. Everyone in the ball gets a +5 bonus to their dex and perception, and no fire inside can be viewed from outside. Means you have a fairly safe
I'd
way
say
to
B+.
camp for the night. I'd say it's a B+.
B. Yeah.
B+. B+.
It's not incredible, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, B+.
Spores, I'd also argue B+.
Yeah,
Spores. Necromancer druid.
yeah, it's basically necromancy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a necromancer. It's. I would say. Well, hey Bones, it's a
No.
summoner druid.
Ha 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 ha! It's not the best summoner druid.
No, it's not.
No,
still
it's
pretty powerful.
also pretty. Yeah, it's also pretty shit if I'm being honest.
I'll lower it.
Like-
See?
Yeah, I'd say C. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a C.
I just like necromancy shit.
Compared to the stuff that's B+ and higher.
Stars,
it's not good.
A.
Yeah, stars.
Yeah, stars
are
A.
good.
Stars,
guiding
stars is
bolt.
good. Land, I will say,
I like how some of them are not even describing
Oh.
why they're what they are.
yeah.
Like,
Land, A-.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
land is
kinda
another
wizard.
cool one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cool one. It's not.
Land is kind of like, it's decent. It's not great.
It's a pseudo wizard.
Alright, I'm gonna move this one around here because I feel like Shepherd, A+.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a great summoner one.
This is the summoner one.
It
Yeah,
is
you are
the summoner.
Moon.
Which one is the broken
Shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter?
That's-
Is it
Moon is the one that theoretically at max level you can turn into a woolly mammoth.
S.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, just continuously do it.
Yeah, the broken Shapeshifter has to go in S.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
the thing is,
Is it weird that I played everything that's been in S so far?
I would say I don't think it's I think it's an A+, not an S.
Make your statement.
You can't cast when you're wild shaped.
You can keep concentration though.
You can keep your concentration. You can't cast unless we have that weird one D&D rule that they're doing that like allows something
Here's the
like that.
thing. Here's the thing. If I can keep shapeshifting at 20th level into OP things, I don't need to cast anything.
The closest to OP you get is a woolly mammoth. That is the strongest thing you can turn into.
Yes.
If you turn, before you can turn into a T-Rex.
No.
You can also turn into lesser dragons,
Also
I
elementals.
believe. Yeah.
No, it's
No
beast or the elementals.
Oh no, I
I
think
think-
there's an item that lets you do that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Or polymorph, which they technically get, but several things get polymorph. So I'm not going to
So-
put that as a druid thing.
The reason why it's so powerful is just because you basically have a shitload of HP pools that you can utilize.
That's the-
and it's
you have a lot of
infinite-
HP.
It's
That's it.
infinite HP technically.
Yeah. Effectively speaking.
Like you
Yeah.
can't beat infinite HP. There's no way to beat that.
Yeah, I
Pretty
mean,
much.
yeah.
You
Like, you
have
can-
to out damage. Not only do you have to out damage more than their fucking summon HP pool, which is basically a barrier, but then they are also healers as a sub thing, which you have
That
to
is
deal with.
true.
Like,
And the element turning into an elemental is also very powerful.
Yeah, like
yeah, I could see yes. Yeah, I could very much see yes.
Wildfire A.
Wildfire's A. It's I think the most offensively oriented druid there is. Just
All right.
pure it is pure offense is all it is.
All right. basic bitch boys.
All right, fight. Battlemaster Fighter.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. You gotta put that at S.
Yeah.
Gotta put Hidden Champion at S. They're just...
Wait, which
They're
one?
basic Champion and Battlemaster.
Champion, I will say
Champion.
S. Yeah, Champion S because you can get fucking crits at 18.
Yeah, which is strong.
That's good and all.
And then
but
if you have a special magic item, you can get to like fucking 16.
I mean, that's...
Touche.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, that right there is an obscene... Heck, just having it at 18 is obscene, because that gives
Yeah,
you a...
having like a 20% chance to crit is insane.
I don't
Pretty
think
much, yeah. It's not 20%.
Yeah.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yeah, 4 is if you get
Not
the magic,
without the item.
oh,
without
without
the-
the item.
Yeah,
Without
we-
the item, it's a 10%.
No, it would actually be slightly higher, because it's a 20, a 19, or an 18.
True.
Oh, true.
Yeah, fuck.
So it would be like a 12.5%,
15.
somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
Champion's
15%.
S tier.
15%.
Champion is S tier. It's good.
0.5.
Yeah, Champion's
Um,
busted. I would say Battlemaster, if it's not S, it's an A+. Maneuvers are incredibly powerful.
I will say it is an A+. Just because that's
Yeah.
also where we put swords, by the way, and you guys argued
Yeah,
against
it's-
putting them together.
No, we didn't argue against putting them together. We argued against rating them together.
So, here's what I will say about them, comparing them, is that Swords is a full caster and Battlemaster isn't, but Battlemaster has more
Bard is not a
versatility
half
when it
full.
comes to
Bard
it.
is not a full caster.
It's
Yes,
a half
it is.
caster.
It
No,
is
it's a half
No,
caster.
he's not. He is a full caster. You can look at it right now.
I will.
No, it's a half caster. Bard is a half caster.
No, they are full caster. I tell you that from experience.
I mean, they play like a full caster if you play them right, but they are not.
No, they
not full
They are
casters.
full casters. I'm telling you, they're full
They
casters.
are full casters on 5th edition, but when judging based on spell salts for multi-classing, they are considered half casters.
I forgot
Really?
that weird one where it's like they're in between. I forgot.
Oh, I didn't even
yeah.
know about that
They
ruling.
they are half casters mechanically because of spell slot counts, which is how you judge caster level.
It's fucking yeah. It's yeah.
They are half casters through and through. I don't fucking care what the book says. They are half casters because full casters are based off the amount of spell slots you can get.
I thought they were full casters.
They
D&D yeah, it's just they're
specify
calling
them
them
as
that.
full casters, but they're not really.
They literally say they're full casters, but which means they're not. But they
True-
call them that. for
True
some
and
reason.
true, there is only 4 real full casters, and technically one of them don't meet the criteria. Wizard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer.
Mhm.
Which, Druid's the gray line there.
And this is another, I would say, even darker gray line.
Yeah, this is one of those gray lines where it's like, is this half caster a full caster? Not, is this full
Wait,
caster
what?
a half caster?
No, I'm looking at. Oh, interesting. So they can get 9th level spells, but
But they have such a low count for their shit.
yeah,
It's kinda
I
like
never
Warlock.
realized that.
Yeah,
I never realized
the
the
whole
difference.
the whole thing about it being full caster is technically not based on them gaining 9th level, which the book really hints that it should be, but it's actually based off their spell count, their total amount
Okay.
of spells they get at max level.
You know,
I
Wait.
agree it should be the 9th level thing because that makes more sense.
It does, but they don't fucking follow that rule.
Yeah, they don't follow the own rule that they imply.
guys,
Yeah, it's
they're
weird.
the same.
What do you mean they're the same?
Like wizard and bards have the same number of spell slots at
Bullshit.
the end of the day.
Do
Bullshit.
they?
Yeah, they're bards are full fledged casters, my boys.
I thought they got way less.
22 known spells as a bard.
Known spells and are a bit different because they're I'm not sure if they use this terminology for this game, but the idea of spontaneous versus prepared. Well, clerics are prepared.
I'm judging it off
And-
the sorcerer, which is the full spontaneous.
Yeah.
You can't
Okay.
judge it off wizard who can learn spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wizard breaks rules. is
I
all
mean, they
this-
still have all the same number of spell slots.
4 3 3 3 3 2 2 1 1.
That's what they have.
Well, again, rules as written, they call them a full caster, but they count them as half casters for multiclassing.
They're a
Like,
weird
you-
gray
you,
line.
you
They're a
can't,
weird gray
you can't
area.
argue against the rules as written.
But
They're
by
both
themselves,
elite.
they're
They're
full
a
casters.
gray area, and to me, they will always be half casters because they have fucking
Because-
weird rules with them.
I'm going to cast Wish. Now,
That being said, moving on.
Yes.
yeah, moving on.
Battlemaster, tons of maneuvers, a lot of versatility.
All I was getting at was
Easy A+.
Battlemaster earns its place via the versatility of its maneuvers versus swords. While the subclass does give you some abilities, it's not as extensive as a Battlemaster and earns its place
Yeah.
for other reasons.
That's one of those. It's an amazing
I'm
add-on
g-
to the Bard's good kit.
Sorry, I was
That-
going
that's
down
why-
the rabbit hole still. Arcane Archer.
Fucking A.
No,
Give her-
D.
No?
I wouldn't say it's
Managed-
D. I would say
I
it's
never
very
even
much a
heard of
B
it,
minus.
So
We had someone play it and they switched one session later.
Who was this?
What?
Can't imagine. Anyway,
It's good.
It's just
it's a
I love
cool idea of a class. It's just if you want to be really cool range boy with all kinds of really cool tricks and cool effects, just play a caster and cast range spells.
Yeah, like why would
Well,
I be a fucking
I mean-
archer fighter?
Because the idea is that it's basically the Eldritch Knight for ranged, for like ranged fighters. That's the idea of it.
I mean,
But
yeah,
you don't gain spells.
that's
you
the
don't.
thing.
But you gain arcane
Also,
shot.
I could just be an artificer with a bow that makes magical arrows.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then they later also get a spell that just turns normal arrows into fire arrows. Or
But
multiplies
vanishing
their
arrows.
arrows.
Yeah, or it could just be
No,
a
no, they have
ranger and
some-
ask cool wizard to make shit. Like it's
It's a cool concept.
it is.
It's just I don't think it's got enough.
I'll say C.
I wouldn't say C, I would say B minus.
Here's the
Because
thing.
it's cool.
I would not put this at fucking equal terms to Bladesinger.
What?
Yes.
Wait, why not?
I
Yeah,
don't
I would
think,
say it's on par with Bladesinger.
I would say it's not. I
Oh,
would
that's
not
just
say,
because you love
I-
Bladesinger.
all right.
Yeah.
You would put this on term with wild magic, berserker,
Yes.
cleric knowledge.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
I'm outvoted. I do not agree with that, but I am outvoted. Cavalier.
This
wanna
this
love
is the trash for one shot.
I want to love this class.
I want to
do.
like
I
it.
want to.
It's so
Yeah.
bad.
It's
is.
entire
It's so
kit-
stupid. The
It's an-
entire kit can be gotten in 1 feat at like level 4.
The entire concept of this class you can accomplish without actually doing what the class is trying to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to mount a creature to get like 90% of the benefits. It completely defeats its own purpose. It's not written well. It's a
I mean,
great idea. It's
in
just
my
they don't do
opinion-
it well at all.
Honestly, if they focused it on being more so of like a champion, not champion as in the subclass, but the idea of you single out an enemy and you basically force them to fight you, really going into unwavering
Stop
mark.
going into Pathfinder. I know you
That's
just got
not
done.
Pathfinder.
I know you just got. No, you're talking about the Pathfinder fucking Cavalier.
I know.
You just got off playing it. I know you did. Shut up.
Like the thing is, this class wants you to do mounted combat. It wants you to do all that stuff because no
It's
one uses mounted combat. This class doesn't do it well either. In fact, it benefits you more to not do mounted combat
Alright.
with it.
Eldritch Knight.
Eldritch Knight, I'm sorry, is gotta be A plus.
No, it doesn't.
No, this
no.
this is genuinely considered one of the highest rated classes for fighter.
No,
okay,
it is
wait a
not.
second. Okay, wait a second.
No,
There have
it is
been
not.
polls
You are
online.
you are literally wearing rose tinted glasses right now.
No,
No, it is not.
I've seen
It is-
multiple polls for this.
It is not that great.
I have
There's
seen
one reason.
multiple polls.
There's one reason. If prior to this update, I would completely agree with you that it was trash. However, ever since they added in cantrips that are melee cantrips, I
Mhm.
feel like that was a huge boost to it.
yes.
no,
Remember,
I'm not saying it is trash. I do agree the melee cantrips are that great, but the idea of like a bonded weapon, warlocks do it better. The
You can be a
idea
Jedi.
that you are both martial and magic, in my opinion, Bladesinger does it better.
oh, so that's just
because-
another one of your examples of you love Bladesinger.
No, it's one
I
of
would
the
say
no,
Fire- I
no.
would say Eldritch
Hang
Knight
on,
does it
no,
better.
because you said it yourself when we was judging Blade Single. They have the cool effect of extra attack where you can switch between melee and cantrips. Eldritch Knight cannot do that till super fucking late.
Yes, I
Level
will say.
6. Thank you very much.
Yes, they get it at level 6.
Is it level 6?
The
I thought
same
it was
time.
I thought it was way
Yeah.
later.
Wizard Bladesinger is literally just the more wizard variant of Eldritch Knight.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But because it has the fighter, like, pre-build and stats, you're more adept at fighting in melee.
They don't get that
And
at
you can
level
actually wear
6.
armor.
I thought they did get it at level 6.
No! The ability
they
to
get?
learn to make a weapon strike and then hit with creature with a weapon attack, then disadvantage on their next saving throw is 10.
What?
You can
No.
You can use your action to cast a spell and make one weapon attack as a bonus action is level 18.
And it's also the reverse.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
War
that
Magic.
good.
It's the reverse.
It's
no,
reverse
War
and
Magic's
it's a
level
late
7.
game. War Magic? Well, you can
Yeah,
use your action to
level
cast
7.
a cantrip, make one weapon attack as a bonus action. That's
It's a
still level
slight-
7.
Oh,
It's
yeah. I
one
know.
level higher, and it's a slightly worse version, but it's still very similar.
Yeah, but we're also talking about a subclass here that's leaned more on the martial, and we're talking about you're gonna know like 2 cantrips.
Okay, but you're going to be using ones that combo with you. That's the thing. This is the more melee-oriented one. You're not supposed to get a ton of spells. You're
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
what I'm
pick the
saying
ones
is
that benefit
you don't
the most.
have like any versatility. Once you choose something, you're kind of locked in and stuck.
Yes.
I mean, but you also have a lot more defense via shield, armor, and all that the Blade Singer
No,
doesn't. on top
that's a
of
big
additional
thing.
health.
There's nothing in the class that lets you do shield. You have to take fucking war magic. You have to take a feat to make this good. We are not.
But you also have 2 feats at this level,
you
unlike Wizard.
you
At
don't.
the
You
seventh
have
level.
one. You have one at 7th level.
Hmm?
You get
Wait,
your
what?
second feat at level 8.
Yeah. Different classes
No,
get
you-
different levels.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. As a fighter, you already have 2 feats. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yes, you get it at level 6.
Oh shit! You do what the fuck?
And keep in mind, if you're going any kind of almost any caster is getting Warcaster. It's almost required,
All right.
and they get very good use. I would say it's definitely an A tier.
It is not A tier. God no.
No, it
Yeah.
is 100% A tier.
I'd
say
say
B+.
A minus.
Apollo, what did you say?
I'll say B plus.
I
That
can
is
minus.
a way low ball.
I can fucking say B minus or B, but I would not put it higher.
It is a
A minus.
very powerful class. You
It's not. You
It
even
is.
had issues with it when you played it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did, because you was always like, oh, I can't do that, I can't do this.
No, that's because we didn't have money, so I couldn't get the items I needed to cast half my spells.
Oh,
I gave you guys a shitload of money.
That all went into the ship.
You
Mhm.
you spent it on a lot of other shit too.
like
Like
what?
the fort,
Oh yeah, the fort.
and the food, and the crew.
Here's my entire thing. Level 3, you take the class, right?
Mhm.
Bonded weapon. It's honestly shit on Eldritch Knight. Do we agree
Yeah.
on that?
But I'm a Jedi.
Like, it's cool, you can have multiple, but it's not really that great.
It is not. I can't justify a war
Yeah,
bond.
it's not incredible. Yeah, it's not the greatest.
Also, the whole thing that your fucking weapon can't be an arcane focus too.
Yeah, that is one.
That
thing I
really
will-
hurts it, especially if you're playing an Eldritch Knight who might, use a great sword
War magic.
or any two-handed weapon.
Now, here's one good thing. Eldritch Strike at 10th level.
Yeah,
No.
you can hit someone with a weapon attack and they have disadvantage on the next saving throw.
Before
But
the end of your next turn.
yeah,
Huh.
before the end of your next turn. I just don't think it's that great
Now,
for level
Keep
10.
in mind the one combo I mentioned before that is devastatingly powerful. the Thunder it, it's like it's not the Green Flame Blade, it's like the Thunder equivalent.
Thunder Wave or whatever.
No, it's not Thunder Wave. It's another weapon one.
What's it called?
I don't
Where-
think that's
Booming
a
Blade.
cantrip.
It's
Yeah, it's
Booming
cantrip.
Blade.
Oh,
Booming
Booming
Blade.
Blade.
Booming Blade, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is
Where-
a cantrip. I was thinking of the other one.
When you get Warcaster and you can do your cantrips as a reaction, Booming Blade becomes obscenely powerful. And this is a class that gets a lot of good use out of that. Because the whole thing is, if they move before the end of... I can't remember if it's either the end of their turn, it's like sometime during your next turn. If they move, they take extra damage.
I think it's like if they move before your next turn or something.
Yeah, I think it's a thing. Yeah, it's something weird. They take a shitload of damage, and it's a great reaction. No, don't get me wrong. There's other
I
things.
understand where you're coming from, where it's like you can do cool shit with this, but there is so much fucking setup that is required for this. So much things that have to you gotta get. It's just not that.
I mean, not
good.
that much. You have to really get. I don't know what you mean. You're saying that you have to get a ton of stuff.
For a great example, yeah, you can take Booming Blade, but you gotta get into the correct position with your enemy, get Booming Blade off. What if your fucking enemy can fly? Fucking counters a lot of your shit right there.
I mean, yeah, it can.
Also, if you're playing a mage, counterspell.
Yeah.
It's not that great.
I mean, I will say, please say,
anything with mobility fucks you.
no.
Anything with a teleport. Because guess what? Teleports aren't moving.
Yeah, okay. That it counters one strat, okay?
Flying completely stays out of your reach.
I think I am
You have
convinced, though. I think
Firebolt.
B-.
Yeah, so does every other fucking caster.
Yeah, this is a fighter that has Firebolt too.
Congratulations, it's a fighter who can do Firebolt.
Listen, it's a Hexblade Warlock that's slightly worse on the Warlock end, but it's a fighter.
It's not that great.
I would say at lowest it's A-. It's not in the B's.
I will meet at B+, and that is it.
No. It is not in the B's.
Buster,
B+. Yeah, you convinced me to knock
Apollo?
it down here.
Yeah,
B+ or A-?
B+.
The consensus has spoken.
Yeah,
It's not A.
I'm still happy it's better than Bladesinger. I'm at least happy with that.
In my heart, it's fucking not. It's still trash.
No, it's still... I'll concede, it's still better than Bladesinger. It does the same job.
Do you
better.
really want to put it next to Bard of Whispers?
How dare you? Bard of Whispers is a beautiful class.
No, that's what I'm saying. Bard of Whispers is good. It's not... Eldritch Knight is not equal to it.
Oh, yeah, no, I completely agree with that.
Fucking there you go!
Now we have Bones' favorite fighter class.
Actually, I don't really like this that much.
Oh, you don't like it anymore? You used to love this one.
No,
In fact, for a solid year, you didn't shut up about it.
No, it's... I didn't shut up about it because we had a player run it wrong.
No, this is before that.
And it was before Rune Knight came out. And before
That's
I found out
You know
about
what?
the cool fucking features of other ones.
Fair. You remind me of Rune Knight.
Yeah.
You remind me of Rune Knight. I will take back a majority of my things about Eldritch Knight because I forgot Rune Knight exists for a minute.
Thank you.
I
Can
will
we
take
lower
back
it?
much of my thing. No, absolutely not.
God
It is
damn.
still B+.
Rune Knight is so much better.
It is. It's a lot better. Eldritch Knight I will still concede is B.
Alright,
B+.
here, hang on. No, we're going back on this. Rune Knight. Is Rune Knight equal to War Magic?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
It gets a lot of powerful shit.
It
Alright,
does.
we will argue
It,
that.
it gets more powerful shit than
we will
Eldritch Knight.
argue
I'll
that.
concede.
Let's talk.
Let's talk about Psionic and then we'll move on to Rune Knight. Sound fair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Psionic. B-.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
great.
It suffers a lot from like a lot of the psychic classes.
Now, I will say,
Just
I had a player
cool.
do something really cool, which is combine the Psychic Rogue and Psychic Fighter, which was a really cool idea.
Yeah, it's a very cool idea.
And then they even triple classed a little bit with Bloodhunter, which was fun as fuck.
Yeah, it was actually really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool to see them play that style with the psionic weapons and then doing psionic abilities.
Yeah.
Fucking great combo.
So, do those pools even mix, or are they considered separate?
They are considered separate because I believe they're different die. I believe they
Yeah.
scale differently, but
Yeah,
honestly,
they scale differently, but like story-wise, it worked really well.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
And
just
that's really
it's
up to
lacking.
GM discretion, I would say. Some DMs might be like, oh, well, it's the same dice pool.
It suffers, in my opinion, a lot of the same stuff with Arcane Archer, where it's cool, but it's like it's missing something.
Yeah, I just wish there was
gotcha.
like some gear. Just some gear's not there.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's like there's one little
Rune
thing that
Knight.
really. Rune Knight, I would say, if you're putting Eldritch
A.
Knight at B+, this is an A.
Yes, it's
okay,
an A.
here's my statement. I want to review this. Rune Knight, is it equal to Evocation, Illusion, War Magic, Cleric of War, Cleric of Death?
I would put it higher.
Yeah,
You put it
honestly.
higher?
This, a lot of the issues that you brought up that. with
Yeah, you're
Eldritch
right.
Knight,
I would
this class
I would
solves.
say A.
This class solves a lot of the issues by really going in deep with it.
But here's
And
what I
not
want to point
making
out. There's a class that does it way better than Eldritch Knight. Eldritch Knight. Is it equal to Conjurer Transmutation, Artificer Armor, Cleric of Tempest, Nature, Forge? Because in my opinion, it's not.
Hmm.
I would say it's definitely better than Psy Warrior and Arcane Archer
Here's my
Yeah.
thing.
by a large margin.
Yeah, I will say that. I'm arguing for a B here now.
Now the question is it
I
better or on tier with Barbarian Beast?
I would say it's on par with Beast.
Is it worse? Is it on par with Necromancer? That's the real question.
Here's
Hmm.
here's a proposal.
Oh, you're still wrong. That's better.
Yeah.
Because Wizard Necromancer is still at least going full wizard. I'll agree with that.
Okay,
I can agree with that.
agree with
It's
lowering
nowhere-
Necromancer to B- to drop Eldritch Knight to B. I will agree with
Yeah, it is. It is not on par with Necromancer. Necromancer is a lot worse.
that. Yeah, because my entire thing was Eldritch Knight was not equal to Bard of Whispers. God, no.
Dude, I love Eldritch Knight. The more you talk about it, the more in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, that is an issue. That is an
Yeah,
issue.
I
It
knew-
multi-class as well, but it has a lot
As
of
soon
issues.
as you fucking sped out A, I knew you were like fanboying over it. Like, no,
I
it
was
is
a bit.
not a fucking A.
And then again, I remembered Rune Knight exists. Rune Knight definitely deserves the A
Alright,
more than
moving
Eldritch
on.
Knight.
Yeah.
Banneret,
I don't know what
which
Banneret-
is
Banneret
not a
is.
class.
Banneret is Purple Knight.
Yeah, I believe this is supposed to be Purple Dragon Knight. Which,
Got it.
all right, no one say anything.
Let's make a new tier. Let's
Hang
make a
on.
new tier. Let's make
Hang
a
on.
new tier called Purple Dragon Knight.
You know what? Fair.
Add row below. I think
So-
we could make it purple.
Here's the thing. I actually love its concept, and I've always wanted to do a multi-class
No,
with
no.
Mastermind.
Don't.
It just doesn't do.
We are
support
not going
well
to talk about this class.
It's dog shit.
Wait,
If you
no.
can fix it, it'd be awesome. It just how do
I
you
know what
fix
you can
it?
do with it.
Yeah.
Have
Get
a
rid of
character
it.
named Don Quixote.
All right, no, we're not talking about this class. I just said that. We're not talking
Yeah,
about
we're not. We're not.
Fine.
It's-
All right,
it's too
Samurai.
shit. It's too
A.
A+.
Yeah, I'll argue A+.
I guess
I'm sorry. That advantage is too OP.
Yeah,
It is.
the
It reminds
fucking
me of
giving
a-
your attacks advantage and then foregoing advantage for another attack is just, oh my god.
yeah, it's really strong. It's really strong.
It is. Yeah, I would say it's equal to Battlemaster. And it's definitely better
Yeah.
than Rune Knight.
See, this is one of the reasons why people like playing fighter. Look at how high 4 of the fighter subclasses are compared to like
And then
Like-
then you have 3 in the middle, and then you have these 2.
you have 2 of them that no one talks about. You have 3 of them that are very solid middle tier classes, and then you have 3 right at the top and 1 trailing right behind. Like they're such good classes. They're so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and it
Wow.
also explains why clerics also love too.
Yeah, same thing. It's really
Yeah.
high tier. They got really powerful things.
All right. Foremost expert monk boy.
Yes.
All right, I want to
Uh.
do one first because it's
Oh,
your
of course.
first character, Apollo. Kensei
S.
Monk.
S.
I'd say
Put it
A.
up there.
It's an A. It's not an S. It's by
It's
no
not
means an
an
S.
It's not S.
Oh.
It's good
No.
for a monk.
It's
Fine,
fucking
A.
great for a monk.
This list doesn't have the best monk subclass,
It is not.
which is an issue. The one that deserves the S tier isn't here.
I would not say it deserves S either.
I do because it just gives you so much versatility with what damage types you can put out to avoid resistance.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, we have its lesser counterpart here, which I think goes in trash for one-shots. They have 4 elements. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is
what?
this 4 elements? Oh wait, are
Yeah.
we considered 5th edition or fucking
This-
D&D? This is
5th edition. This is 5th edition.
Should it go
4
on
elements
Purple
monk.
Dragon Knight?
4 elements monk got reworked into literally the dragon one. The problem
Yeah.
is the dragon one wasn't here, and it's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
4 elements is just dog shit.
It's dog shit.
No.
Drunken Master B.
Yeah. No, that's a solid
I
B.
could say B.
Yeah.
It combos really well with an item that's built around
I
it.
just saw it. I know we're
It's
going a little
situational.
offhand. I just
It's
saw it and I
exactly-
had to say it.
It's situational. Mercy,
situational.
Mercy.
Oh, I love it. I
C.
love it. No, what? C?
C.
Am I confusing this? No.
Yeah, B minus.
No. This one's good. It's a healer and a damage dealer.
It's not that.
Let's
good
go
of
B
a
minus.
healer. It's not that
Yeah, it's a
great of
healer monk.
on a fucking damage type class for mobility. Like,
Damage type. Those key points can do a lot.
I know.
They're versatile. All I'm saying is, I think it deserves around like a B plus. You know.
I wouldn't say B plus. I would say a solid B.
I'd say B
It-
minus.
It's a very interesting class.
It's
and the fact that
interesting,
later-
which is why I'm willing to give it a B minus, but it's really not that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I still think B plus, but
Now it does have one incredibly powerful ability later.
You know,
You
if,
basically just
if it's got a good late game ability, I will give it a B.
it's 17th level, so it's very late game. But you spend
Alright.
5 key points, and you can just bring someone back to life.
Yeah.
No
like I
spell.
said,
I'm
Just
gonna
bring someone back to life.
I'm gonna break this right here. Do we consider this equal to Barbarian Beast and Drunken Master?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm
You have
sorry,
a-
that's where it's going, Buster. It's not a B
Yeah.
plus.
sadly.
Sadly,
It's a
it
cool
shall be
class,
conducted.
but it doesn't excel at either of its things enough.
Yeah,
Like it's still got the monks
it's a
damage,
good
but-
mixture, but it's like Eldritch Knight. It's just not good in both.
Why, you keep saying Eldritch Knight isn't good at either. It's still a fucking
It's
fighter.
in the same fucking category,
It's
so
still a fighter.
shut up.
Yeah, no, you said it's not good at either. This is still a fucking fighter. What do you mean it's not good at either? It's still a fighter. It still does big numbers. It's still
Shadow.
tank. Shadow, I would say this one's a B plus. It's
Oh.
dex based.
Oh, great.
What are monks based?
I-
They're dex based.
Wisdom.
I don't-
Dex wisdom.
It's dex wisdom. You're a stealth
know.
monk. You're the
I'm
Ninja
hesitant.
Turtles.
Speak,
Yeah.
Buster.
I'm hesitant to give it B plus.
Because your mercy isn't B plus.
Well, the
Right.
thing is that shadows. The only cool ability it really has is teleporting around in the shadows.
Actually,
That-
that
that's
is
like
a fair
the main
point.
thing.
It does have shit abilities with key points.
Yes, but
Just
you also
saying,
can
this-
cast darkness, dark vision, pass out trace, silence.
Okay.
Like, they are.
If
You
you
press
really
the Mizzen
Alright, hang
killer.
on. If you're really gonna go that route of spells for key points, I want to point you to 4 elements.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
exactly what I'm saying.
Fair, but this also has the built-in shadow teleport, which just inherently puts it above 4 elements because 4 elements sucks.
Isn't that also a key point cost?
No, no. The shadow step is just a free thing you get as long as it is it's a bonus action.
Shadow
Dim Light of
Step-
Darkness.
Shadow Step is a free ability.
Yeah. And you get advantage on the first melee attack you make before the end of your turn.
That's
It's a free ability. You are literally a fucking ninja.
Ninja.
At event later on, you could just become invisible.
Yeah, but the key point spells do not make this better. If anything, it makes it worse. Because that makes your key
But-
points gone for all your other shit.
So
True.
Here's what I'll say about it. I do think that the Shadow Teleport alone, I think, is a good enough reason to put it in B. However, it doesn't have any good ability to increase its damage. It has good utility, but that's about it.
All right, here's the thing.
I'd say B.
This is a wannabe rogue. Is it equal to Bard of Whispers?
Below. PS is not a caster.
I agree with that. It is below Bard of
Yeah.
Whispers.
I would say bottom of B plus, if we're gonna put it.
It's
'Cause
not B plus.
I'd say B.
It's not. It's not B plus.
Let's just say B.
I'll stop arguing and put it in B.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna
Buster-
fight super
Buster
hard
won
B plus.
something.
Let's go.
Buster one.
Astral Self.
Astral
C.
Self is an interesting one. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not great.
I haven't read that one.
You could
It's-
go into the
it's-
Astral Sea.
All right. Here's my entire problem with this. I would put it higher because it's cool abilities. It's a fucking pain in the ass to read.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I literally
of
had to
reading.
stop a
It become,
one shot for like 10 minutes to read this fucking thing.
You're
It's a
basically
lot of reading. You have a stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
All right, Long Death.
I don't even want to fucking put my opinion out there on this because I don't. I can't. I don't know.
This is a weird one.
I love
It's-
it so much.
It's such a cool concept.
No, it's not just a cool concept. It is badass. I'm sorry, but if I can spend one key point to not die, that's worth
okay.
it.
Yeah, right there. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, no. I would put this at lowest A minus. It's late game. It's 11th level, but congratulations. As long as you have key points, you can't fucking die.
Which monks late game just regenerate fucking key points like crazy.
Yeah, like
Yes.
genuinely, the half orc 1 HP thing.
I would
you
have
just
to
spend
argue
a
it's
key
definitely
point.
better than Kensei, so it's got to be A plus.
Yeah,
Because it's
this
not
is, I
S
think.
tier.
Plus, you have the ability to fucking just gain 10 hit points from killing things around you.
Open
True.
hand, standard monk B.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
think of a monk, open hand is what you're going to be thinking of.
Oh yeah.
And then what? Sun
Uh,
Souls last.
Fucking Goku
Hadouken.
over here.
Hadouken.
Yeah,
Oh.
Kamehameha, Hadouken.
Kamehameha.
B minus.
No,
B plus.
I would say,
no,
I would say
it doesn't scale well.
it doesn't scale well.
No, it
No.
scales like shit.
Yeah,
That's
no,
true.
it's actually unironically the shittiest monk class.
I'd say B. Is it really the shittiest?
Yeah.
Another question.
Second
Is it
shittiest.
worse? Okay, I
Second
would say.
shittiest.
Okay.
It,
I'll put it in D. I'll put it in D.
Yeah.
Because you're still a monk, and monks still are strong.
Paladin and Conquest A.
Oh, yeah,
A
100%
minus. A minus.
Wait, is Conquest the one? I think it is. Yeah, it is.
Conquest's the fear effect one.
Yeah.
Is it the one with psychic damage and aura?
Yes. This
Yeah,
is the one that
okay,
gets a
yeah.
fucking aura of psychic damage if something's frightened of you.
B
A or
plus
A
A.
minus.
I would say A.
Yeah.
I would say it's one of the more fun ones. The problem is it's hard to play it
Mm-hmm.
as a good guy
True.
because it's a class built around just murdering shit.
I would say chaotic good.
It's a class built around murdering shit.
I'd have
No,
to
it's
say
a
you
class
have to
built
look
around
awful reason.
conquest.
Unless you're a crusader, what are you conquering?
The heathens.
Unless you're evil. Unless you're evil. That's my thing. If you're it is a very fun one, and it is one of my personal favorite paladin ones. But it's not one of the better ones.
Here's the thing.
It's not one of the best ones.
You
rather.
just
It's not one of the
worship a pure neutral god. So you're just always neutral.
Yeah, right.
Alright,
Well, if you're always
devotion.
neutral, you're still not. But devotion.
B-minus.
Yeah. This is like your stereotypical
Glory
paladin.
B.
Well, it's not great. Glory, I'd put it B. Oath of Glory is fun. Oath of
I don't
Glory
know
is
Glory.
Oath of Glory is basically the Oath of Conquest, but you're not a murderous asshole. It's the
Yeah.
same concept though in terms of like
And
backstory.
also 2 words. Guiding bolt.
Yeah, you get
all-
guiding bolt.
All paladins get that.
I mean,
Don't
No.
no. You get guiding bolt. You get heroism, magic weapon. At 9th level, you get haste.
Ooh.
I don't need to say much more. You get haste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Redemption C.
Yeah, this is one of the. That's I would say that's probably the worst one.
Yeah.
See,
Ancients,
Redemption's not great.
pretty cool. I'd give it a B or a B minus.
yeah, this is like
It's like an extra healing. It's like more healing.
It's
paladin.
it's druid. It's druid
yeah.
paladin.
It's like a
Guys?
druid themed paladin. It's really weird
Guys.
and cool.
But you see, there's
You
one.
pick an
I
oath
have one
with a
rebuttal.
creature.
Level 7, the aura gives magic resistance.
You know what? No, that's B plus.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Yeah,
I'd
the
argue B
auras
plus
on
on
this
that.
thing is insane. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
See, that's
Crown.
how we really have to judge these. What the fucking aura does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the crown aura do?
I swear, all 3 of those are all the same, at least
Oath
in
of
my
the
eyes.
Crown. Oath of the Crown.
Oh, it doesn't have...
basic. A creature within 5 feet of you takes damage. You can use a reaction to magically substitute your own health for that. You take the damage instead of the creature. That's not great.
It's like a bodyguard.
C.
It's literally a bodyguard.
Wait,
See.
no, wait. It does have an aura. It does have an aura. Aura of protection.
It's not great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oath of the Watchers is next.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is C.
Yeah.
Crown
I'd
is
give
C.
this a
Let's see what
C.
Watchers gets.
Yeah.
Wait. Watchers get C?
No, Crown. Crown
Okay, I
gets
was
C.
about to fucking argue against your ass. I love Watchers.
Yeah.
Watchers, their thing is where is it?
Oh. Initiative bonus.
It's decent. It's not bad.
That's what the Watchers get.
Yeah.
Initiative bonus?
Yeah,
Yeah, initiative bonus.
it's not bad.
That's our aura.
Considering that they wear
Aura
a
of
heavy
alertness at level 7, while any creature of your choice has a within 10 feet, they gain bonus to initiative equal to proficiency. Yeah.
I would put that at B minus.
Yeah,
It's a cool
I'll
ability. It's not a
argue
great
B+.
ability.
Yeah.
Like at level 18, when it's 30 feet, that's pretty good. But at that point, you're at level 18. You don't care anymore.
Yeah, vigilance
I
A
don't know.
minus or vengeance.
Vengeance?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, vengeance is just really strong.
All right, this is the oddball
Oath.
because
fun
the
one, I
aura
think,
on
man.
this kind of sucks, but it's a damn good class.
Aura of hate.
Yeah, the aura of hate, which is the fucking buff undead near you, and it's not even like allied undead; it's just all undead.
Yeah, and fiends.
As well as fiends.
Can't forget fiends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, depending on how your GM runs things, there's certain races
Oh.
that you can play as
Yeah.
that you could consider undead,
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
and
does
those
also-
would be buffed.
It does also have the supernatural resistance. Admittedly, pretty late, but
Here,
level 15.
here's
Gain
what I'm
resistance of
going
what?
to suggest. This is an oddball one. It has great. The biggest strength of this is the roleplay purposes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the roleplay one.
This
It's the
is-
one that it's a
I'm-
tough one to deal with.
I'm sorry, but
I'm going to say we drop it in B next to Glory.
I'm very hesitant. This Oathbreaker, I do not think deserves B.
B minus.
I would say B minus.
Yeah, B minus or C.
I say
That's
we
what I would
just
say.
drop it in B minus and we just leave it there,
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
and then we just ignore it. Everyone go with that?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's too weird to really have a good argument anyway.
Yeah,
any which
its
way.
great strength is role playing, and that's the thing. Is like, oh, I'm an Oathbreaker now. As I switch over to like evil or good kind of thing.
All right, here's the fun ones.
The best one, I
Beastmaster.
think.
All right, this is better than Battlesmith in every possible way. C.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
with the upgrades, it is now C. It's still not
Yeah.
great, but it is better.
Bay Warden B minus.
B.
How dare you?
Yeah, B minus is better than Beastmaster.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Buster. You don't play. You play average classes.
To be fair, those are the most fun because you're not overpowered.
Yeah, they are
Sure.
the most fun. I mean, a lot of shit I
Blooms-
play is also in the mid.
Hey,
Okay.
Gloomstalker. Yeah,
Oh.
for all the people who play that.
I like Dark Sight.
Cool.
I don't
Trash
know.
one shots.
Trash? Is this a trash one?
It's
Uh,
I thought it would have been at least F.
It's kind of it has some like roguish abilities. It's mostly about like stalking and
Trash for one
ambushing.
shot.
You're
Horizon
a rogue,
Walker.
but you're a ranger. Horizon Walker, I would say, is F for one reason.
What?
If your DM doesn't really do shit with other planes,
That
Oh.
yeah, no,
So
I
much
agree.
of your
So,
potential is gone.
Ranger already relies on like you having to be like a specific terrain.
Actually, as at 3rd level, as bonus action, you can choose one creature you see within 30 feet of you. The next time you hit the creature on your turn with a weapon attack, all damage dealt to them becomes force damage, and the creature takes an extra 1d4 or 1d8 force damage from the
it's
attack.
D8? I thought it was a D4.
Yes.
Never mind.
No. And
Never
that's
mind.
at
I
level
put that
3,
at
by
B.
the way.
I'd put that at B. That right
For
there
bonus
is
action.
really powerful.
I'd
Yeah,
say B
just-
minus.
It changes everything to force damage.
It's better than Fey Wanderer.
Oh,
Is
definitely.
it Paladin of Glory level?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Remember, Bones, it's force damage. How much resists force damage?
fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
make an
then-
argument here. Call me out if you disagree. Hunter B. B minus. I mean
Yep. B.
B.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
augment the attacks, and they're actually
Yeah.
pretty decent.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Not
Monster Slayer B minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't know enough about it.
It's got
Monster-
some cool. Well, here's the thing: Monster Slayer and Hunter are the ones where it's like, okay, you're a ranger. You don't necessarily have to use a ranged weapon.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
They have like weird melee abilities that go with them, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Swarmkeeper.
Swarmkeeper thematically is like my favorite of all time. It's not great.
D.
See?
D. It's like you have a swarm that you can
it's
like
a cool
cause it to do
idea, but
shit.
it's just done so poorly.
like, oh, you get Mage Hand. Ooh.
Arcane Trickster.
Okay. Yeah, Arcane Trickster's strong.
Arcane Trickster good. It's just good.
It's a very-
Assassin A.
I hate Assassin. I'm not
I
gonna
like
lie.
I know you hate it, but you can't argue. I go high on initiative. Oh, I go before you on initiative. Automatic crit. You can't fucking argue against that with automatic crit and sneak attack.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's
There's a
situational.
reason why Assassin was the most highest damage roll in existence before Gunslinger came out.
So, I don't know. It just feels situational because, for one, that's only happening at the start of combat, and two, that relies on you actually getting the jump on the opponent.
You're playing a
rolling high on
rogue who
initiative.
can bonus action high, who probably has a magical item where he can hide in fucking low shadows.
Yeah.
I still think it's situational. I
It's
don't think
not
it's
as
bad.
situational as you are making it out to be.
Yeah.
I still think that's B.
We just talk about Galak.
If anything,
plus.
when I say A, when I say A, that's honestly lowballing it.
No, I will say the reason it's A is because of the situational nature, but it's so easy to get around it that it's an A.
Yeah.
I will say it breaks the game a little because it could just one-shot half of what you throw out against it, and it's annoying to deal with.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, there is a reason Assassin was the highest damage before Gunslinger.
It's one of those, like, the game kind of stops being fun if you have an assassin because literally all they do is, I hide, I one-shot. Okay, target's dead, I'm gonna leave. That's literally all they do. Inquisitive is interesting.
It's interesting. I wouldn't say that's good.
It's trash for one shot, not because it's bad, but because it's not.
I would
Really
say it's a D.
great. This is one that's more built. It's very specific for what you want this one to do.
Yeah, I will say it's
This-
weird. Here's the gleaming grace, is that you can do the inquisitive fighting thing where you don't have to have advantage to get sneak attack.
Yeah, but there's another class that does something.
Yes,
To avoid having to be stealth,
and that
that
one's
does it
going
better.
to be much higher.
Not I will.
So-
the reason I'm putting it in trash for one shot, not because it's trash. This one is perfect for like murder mystery themed one shots.
So-
It is built for shit like that.
I will say it's also
But-
good for like a private eye in a campaign.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, the
Buster.
biggest thing I'm looking at here is that starting at level 3, you already gain basically a guaranteed roll of 8 for any sort of insight check, which I feel like is actually a pretty nice ribbon, but also a bunch of bonuses to abilities and things of that nature. It's really good. Not the best for combat. I don't think it's high, but I do think it deserves C.
It's
Due to all
good
the
for
skill
everything.
checks.
This one is a great, again, NPC class. You bring someone along
Okay.
with you to help you with shit.
I will say, it is better than Mastermind.
That I will agree with. Mastermind sucks.
Rude.
I think Mastermind should go in trash.
I can agree
How
with that.
dare you?
I'm sorry. Can we agree to put Inquisitor in C or D? Which one?
I'll agree with D because of, again, Inquisitor is very situational.
Alright, hang on. If we're going off the idea of C as like our mid, like Beastmaster, Creation, Enchantment.
E through B has become our mid.
D did not become our mid.
I said C through B.
Yeah, C.
B to C.
Yeah.
B through B minus, and C have become our mid, with like the upper mid and lower mid being C. I would say this is D.
This is C. No, it is C. It is not. It is not equal to Swarm Keeper and Sun Soul. Because
I would say it is.
it still has good abilities. Like, it's just not great. It's an okay class. Like, that's the best I can say about it. It's just
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's a very meh class.
It's a mid. It's
very
exactly mid. It describes
It is
mid.
very
Yeah.
meh. It is. I will say though, it is a lot better than Mastermind.
It is.
It is
How
way
dare
better.
you.
Phantom.
So okay. I want to say one thing about Mastermind though to consider it as F.
You have 30 seconds. Go.
Level 3. You can take help action as a bonus action. In combat, you can not only can do it at 30 feet, but that gives your fighter advantage or another rogue advantage. Just saying.
One, it's super easy to get advantage anyway. Two, there's a There's a race that gets help as a bonus action.
There's a
Th-
race
three-
now that counters.
Wait, what?
And
Okay,
Yeah.
which race?
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin. They get help action as a bonus action.
Permanently.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they just have that. They only get within 5 feet, but they still have it as a permanent bonus action. And 3, who the fuck uses the help action? No one uses the help action.
Like, help
Well, I
actions
thought
are
I
for
tried to help
familiars
someone
and
beat
hobgoblins only. I'm sorry, it's not that great.
And finally, it is so easy to get advantage in D&D now. So easy.
It's not good. Anyways,
It's very easy.
Phantom.
It's a cool ability. It's not a great ability.
So, I do not like
Phantom.
Phantom.
Last time I tried to help someone, they died
Phantom.
horribly.
I feel like
Um,
Phantom is decent. It's just,
Whispers of the Dead. There's a few classes that get a very similar ability, and I think Githyanki get that as a racial ability.
yeah.
Okay. From what I'm reading of Phantom, it seems like the whole shtick is that you can basically spread your sneak attack love around, which is actually pretty good considering how high the dice get.
It's cool, but the whole point is you're using it because that's a majority of your damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think you usually don't get like extra attacks. That's basically
like-
your extra damage.
It's like the
Yeah.
it's like the Far Cry or the Assassin's Creed like chain assassination effect is what I see. Or like Shadow of Mordor. If anyone's played that, where it's like, all right, you assassinate and then you send your fucking ghost out to assassinate.
like
Pretty accurate, actually.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Whales from the Grave is a kinda cool ability.
Here's what I'm going to say: B minus because cool abilities.
Yeah,
B minus.
it's neat. It's neat, and you could make it work if you did it right. It's a cool one to make work. Now we have Scout, which is
A
The
minus.
Ranger. Yeah.
A minus.
Yeah.
It gains movement speed upgrades. It's just good.
yeah.
You can't pin them, which is why they're great.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't really do anything great other than move around, but it moves around so good it's hard to fucking hit it.
Soul Knife. This is
Soul Knife.
The Psionic.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
it's
Psionic.
psionic.
I say put it with Psionic Knight.
Yeah.
Psy Warrior, yeah. It's cool. It's definitely middle of the road. It's not bad.
The fuck did I put Psionic Knight?
B minus.
Minus.
Yeah.
B minus. Psy Warrior is what it's called.
Oh, there it is. I'm gonna put it literally. There we go.
There again, it's not awful. It's
All
interesting.
right, say it. Just say it.
I'm sorry. Swashbuckler objectively has to be second only to Assassin. you basically can just go, fuck you, I get sneak attack as long as no one else is
I
hitting
will
the target.
put it next to Assassin, but I do not think it deserves higher.
Yeah, I will say it is not
Okay.
higher. It's second only to Assassin for rogues. Because high damage.
It's got great role play. It's got good damage. It's got a unique way to do sneak attack. Like, it's not bad. It's good.
Yeah, you get a fighting
It's
style.
alright,
And
but-
you get the duelist fighting style, so you get extra damage
Okay.
from like the feet or whatever. It hits hard. It's
I'm
strong.
going to say something, and this is going to be really controversial. This should be S.
What?
Why?
Because of the mechanic, interacting objects with a bonus action.
I mean, that's
Ah.
decent.
It
It's
is
good.
It is great in many scenarios where it's like, all right, you're rushing in combat. Someone needs to use their action to open the door. Rogue, nah, that's a bonus action for me. You need to steal this item for the enemy. They just dropped it after the warlock forced them to drop it with command. Bonus action for me, and I still stab him in the asshole. There is a lot of unique shit you can do with that one skill. Not to mention they have a whole bunch of other stuff they can do.
I wouldn't say that puts it at S though.
No.
The
I
ability,
mean, it's just
the ability of
It is-
supreme sneak.
I mean, it's literally just the quintessential rogue. That's all it really is.
It is the stereotypical rogue.
All right, you level 13. You have learned enough workings of magic that you can improvise use of magic items not intended for you. You ignore class, race, and level requirements for all magic items.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Okay, it's cool. The thing is, class ones. Okay, cool. You can use this focus that's built for a wizard. Why?
Here's why. Oh, this is a magic grimoire only for wizards that give you these spells that you can cast for free without a spell slot or material component. Congratulations, your fucking high level rogue just now has like 7th level fireball.
No, not
Yes,
necessarily.
yes, because you don't need a spell slot to cast those kind of things. Using
No.
staves and Grimjar, you just gain certain spells.
I mean, yeah, if they have, it's not all of them though.
no, but it's a
like,
shitload of them.
And the thing
Staff-
is,
Staff of Fire, Staff
That-
of Ice, Staff of Power,
most of the-
Wands.
a lot of the weapons like that already don't have a requirement.
No, a lot of them actually do.
I mean, there's a lot of them that do, but there's also a lot of them that don't. And also, if you have someone that makes a wand of fireball,
That's,
you don't have to be a wizard to
that's
make a
also
wand of
like
use
fully up to GM discretion.
Yeah, but
Also, wands
That's
are
the
the weird
thing.
outlier where other classes can use them, but you look at like staves, which are way more powerful, rods, which are way more powerful. They all have class requirements.
yeah,
If it's not S, I will only go down to A+. Because
I don't think it deserves A+.
I think it does with all that we just outlined.
I mean, again, it's a cool ability. The bonus action, use an object, is pretty cool.
Level
It is a very
17,
neat
you
thing.
become adept at laying ambushes and quickly escaping danger. You can take 2 turns during the first round of combat. You take your first turn at normal initiative and your second turn at initiative -10. By the
Yeah,
way,
but-
that's not like a one-time feature. That's like, as long as you're not surprised, you can do that.
True.
Second story work. You climb faster than normal. That no longer costs extra movement, and you gain increased jumping distance equal to Dex now.
I'm going to
all
say
of
the
it-
thing is,
All of it is good.
it's pure utility.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That's
Okay, but here's the thing. Rogue doesn't need extra fucking combat shit. It's got sneak attack. That's all it needs. All the utility just makes up for what Rogue was lacking.
And yet you put assassin so high.
Because Assassin's Assassin.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I would say Assassin is better than this because it does the thing the rogue needs to do.
Oh,
the
Ray's
best.
Assassin!
I would,
Please
no, I'm
don't.
saying
It does not
no.
deserve A+.
No, Assassin doesn't deserve A+. I would put this alongside Assassin.
Okay.
This does the other half of the rogue shit Perfect. Assassin does the I'm going to one-shot shit. Perfect.
Yeah.
They
My-
each do the other half of it.
My entire
basically.
thing, the ability to take 2 turns in the first round of combat, the ability
level
to
17.
bonus action interact with items and fully fucking up your GM's plans, the ability to climb without problems early level.
Okay, you ignore the climbing shit. There's
Yeah, no one cares.
Okay,
that one.
the
that we can
ability
ignore.
to bypass all class, race, and restrictions on every magical item in the game.
I mean,
I
it's
still don't
cool.
think that's like,
The thing is, a lot of them only benefit the class because of their effect.
yeah.
Like that's the one of the issues. A lot of them only benefit the
Do you
class.
mind if I continue arguing and give you an example?
You can give an example. I would say it's on par with Assassin. This does the other half of the rogue's job perfectly, whereas the Assassin does the I'm going to one-shot
Okay.
this motherfucker.
Imagine a rogue with no spell slots, right? The thief,
Mm-hmm.
who has stolen a staff of power, which is only attunable by a wizard, warlock, or sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
You now have a number of charges, which how almost all magical artifacts work, not giving you that kind of spell. These charges are equal to a set number of spell DC. You can cast Cone of Cold, Fireball, Globe of Invulnerability, Magic Missile, Ray of Enfeeblement, Wall of Force, Lightning Bolt. You just got all that as a rogue.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That's not bad. That's good. Why wouldn't you just sneak attack and get the fuck out of there, though? It's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's cool. Why not just do what a rogue does, sneak attack and get the fuck out? At that point, just multi-class into wizard. Or be arcane trickster and get magic shit. It's cool. I'm not saying it's not cool. It is a very cool ability.
Where do you guys want to put it?
Except I'm putting it, I would say, put it with Assassin.
Yeah.
It does the other half of the rogue's job better than any other rogue of just getting shit done, getting into places, and getting shit done. Whereas Assassin is built on getting in and murdering people and then getting out.
I will agree, but I should say there should be a rogue at fucking S.
Hmm.
I don't think there should be a rogue in
No.
S.
No.
Alright. Do you really think Thief and Assassin are not equal to Champion and Twilight and Totem Warrior?
Because
I'd rather
they're
have
one.
Swashbuckler.
Here's the thing. I haven't played it yet, so I say no.
I will agree for now, but just know in my heart it's not true.
Nah, guys, Mastermind ST.
No,
I can't even say that seriously.
Yeah, no.
I will put this
That
in
was-
Purple Dragon Knight. Do not tempt
Fuck,
me.
it does
you
not.
care.
It doesn't deserve that. It doesn't deserve
No.
that.
You know, it
Purple
deserves
Dragon
its own tier,
yeah.
Mastermind tier.
Okay, now we get into my two favorite classes in the game.
Warlock,
Uh.
great. Sorcerer, let's talk Sorcerer. Aberrant Mind, oh, this is a bad one to start
This
with.
is the psionic sorcerer.
This is
I was
the
not gonna say
C.
this one isn't bad.
Yeah, it's
It's mid.
decent. It's not great.
It's mid.
Yeah,
It's not
It's very
bad.
mid.
Clockwork,
No, it's not bad.
D.
Clockwork
The
is like
Clockwork.
the support. Clockwork is basically support wizard.
It's a
sorcerer.
weird
heard-
support wizard that doesn't have enough support.
Yeah.
Like you get lesser restoration, which is decent. Don't get me wrong,
You
it's
have
not
this
bad.
weird shield mechanic, like a wannabe abjuration wizard.
Yeah, it's a support sorcerer. The thing is, if you're a sorcerer, just go for damage, kill shit before you need support.
Yeah, I say D. Anyone argue?
Nah.
No, I'm not gonna argue that.
Divine Soul, B plus.
Yeah.
I would say A minus. It gets
Yeah.
very
I'll go-
powerful spells later.
I'll go with A minus. It's a healing sorcerer. It's just fucking good.
Yeah, it does support sorcerer better because I'm either going to heal my allies or I'm going to nuke you. I'm doing one of the two.
Okay, if this is not A or A plus, it's got to be S.
Yeah,
Draconic
this
what?
is this.
Yeah.
How?
Permanent resistance, wings later game that let you fucking fly.
I
Fucking,
play it. It's S.
it's fucking good.
Tiefling.
It's also your standard sorcerer.
I would say this is a very solid A. It is the quintessential.
it's a
This is what a
solid- yeah,
sorcerer is.
it's
It is a
solid A.
very solid A.
I want to argue A plus.
No,
I don't think it's A plus. I definitely think it's
It's
a very
good,
solid
but-
A.
my only thing against it is that a lot of people like to boast about its resistances and such, but frankly, you have a D6 and well, the +1 tier HP is nice, and you also get natural armor, very good. The resistance isn't really that powerful because frankly, you get races that do that.
Yeah, again, yeah, you get races that get resistances.
But you could
There's
combo
always-
them.
Yeah, you can.
combo them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you
but
could be a Goliath draconic sorcerer.
Apollo,
And like,
Goliath
oh,
doesn't have any resistance.
Cold?
That it does
Yeah, they
not
have
have
cold.
resistance to
That's
cold
not
damage.
that's not damage cold. That's environment cold.
We're
Oh.
talking about damage resistance, like Yantian poison.
Yanti's just
Or
busted.
Dragonborn
Or you
and,
yeah.
their element.
Yeah, or you could be me and do like a mixed Dragonborn scale that I've done.
Yeah. I said they are the quintessential sorcerer. They are, when you think of sorcerer, 9 times out of 10 you're thinking of dragon.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
this is what you are. And there's nothing bad about it. Shadow
Shadow
Magic.
B.
This is an interesting one.
B.
Shadow's actually pretty decent.
It's a good one. I would say it is A minus.
I would not say.
It's not.
What?
It's. I would say it's
Wait.
A minus. It's not as
A minus.
good. It's not as good as Draconic. It's on par with Divine Soul. This is more of a stealth oriented one. You get a lot of illusion based magic.
Isn't this the one that has the weird hounds?
Yeah,
Yes,
it
this
is.
is the Hound one. And the Hounds are
I'll
fucking
do
cool.
B plus.
I think it's
Eh,
A minus. The
I want
Hounds
A
do have
minus.
the Hounds have a very cool
I'll
mechanic
meet
of
it an
hunting.
A minus. I'll say it's equal to Divine Soul.
Yeah, it's not as good as Draconic. will
I
say
can't.
that.
I
It's
don't
not
know it
bad.
that well, which is why I'm gonna agree to it.
No.
I'm sure it's good.
Now we get to
well,
my favorite.
I do have one argument for it, and that is that you can cast darkness and see through it by using your sorcery points, which, as we all know, is a very powerful combo.
That is
It is.
cool. Listen here, bias motherfucker. It is not going higher than Draconic Bloodline.
Fine.
No. Okay, now we're on Storm.
Storm sorcery.
I'm talking about
Storm
Storm
Sorcery.
Sorcery. It is not going higher.
It
than-
is.
It has to be equivalent. It has to be.
It
has
is
to
not
be good.
better. It is
It's,
not
it's
better.
at least equivalent. Yes, I
It
would
is.
argue,
Yes, it
it
is.
is. Bonus
Okay.
action, 10 feet of movement.
I'm sorry, but what's Draconic Bloodline good at? Oh, you can fly. Oh, you have resistance. Oh, well, they have resistance as well, and they can fly.
Ooh,
And
Sixth
give
level,
it-
you get
they-
more
they can-
resistances.
ooh, they have a resistance they can't choose. Oh no. Oh,
But
they
you
don't.
get 2 of them.
Yeah, you get two.
Yeah, we get 2 of them. You get a language because of your class.
Yep.
You have the ability to, as long as you cast a first level or higher spell, just move 10 feet without opportunity attacks as a bonus action.
I'm sorry,
gain
but that
resistance to
is
lightning
not
and
that
thunder.
great because there are fucking classes that you can bonus action dash, and there's like so many other things that just give 10 feet permanent.
Yeah, but it's
Not-
also without provoking opportunity attacks.
Oh, also you gain immunity to lightning and thunder at the end, towards the end. Just saying.
Yeah, later on you get immunities.
Yeah.
You can do basically a fucking burst around you of damage of your choice for who takes it. You can control the weather around you later.
Listen, here are your options. You can set it equal to Draconic Bloodline, or you can erase Draconic Bloodline and raise it.
I'm not raising Draconic Bloodline. It's better than
Yeah, I'm
Draconic
not raising.
Bloodline.
Then you are
This
keeping
is
it at
better.
A.
This is better than Draconic Bloodline.
It is not.
It is
Yes, it is.
definitely better.
It is not.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not.
Yeah.
You get Hellish Rebuke, but it's not Hellish Rebuke. It's better.
yeah.
You literally
You're not
get,
wrong.
if you get hit by melee, you can use a reaction to deal lightning damage to the attacker equal to your sorcerer level. You get this at 14th, so it's 14 lightning damage. No roll, just congratulations, it's 14 lightning damage. They have to make a strength save, and if they fail, they're pushed away from you 20 feet. So congratulations, it's Hellish
The
Rebuke.
lightning or thunder damage from Heart of the Storm isn't that great. It's only like equal to half your sorcery level.
Yes, but this is just an extra thing that just inherently happens. There's no, it's like you just cast the spell and this happens. That it's not a
One of the
trigger.
abilities requires certain weather.
It's weather that you can cause.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gain
you
the
can
ability
cause
to
rain to
control
stop
sudden weather.
falling.
If it is raining, you can use your action. If it is windy, you can use your bonus action.
Yeah,
Again.
it's still pretty useful.
Still requires weather.
Okay.
that you control.
So Draconic Bloodline requires you fucked a dragon in your ancestry. You don't hear me complaining
No, it
about it.
requires your bard granddaddy to fuck a dragon, which he did multiple
And this-
times, and Cthulhu.
The thing is, if you're on an ocean-faring campaign, Stormguide is fucking incredible.
Like, I know it's good, but it's not better than the staple.
It's better.
It is.
It's better. You're the only one disagreeing that it's better. Again, remember at 18th, and you can argue that 18th level you get broken anyway, but this you just inherently gain 2 immunities, which is fucking insane. Like that's absurd.
Yeah.
Plus, you gain the flying speed.
Here's the thing. When you're doing Draconic Ancestry, you can fucking increase the damage for the fucking chosen element, and more focuses around that. This one doesn't have the defense bonuses that it comes with.
Defense?
Yeah, the natural armor, the AC bonus.
AC bonus. Yeah, it's missing out on the HP, and which admittedly, I'm sorry, but 20 extra hit points in the long run isn't the biggest change. But
It's not great, but the immediate natural armor.
the armor is
That's
the
nice.
only thing I will agree with.
That's the only thing I will say that Draconic Bloodline has. In general, I think Storm Sorcerer is just better.
And I
Yes.
really hate to say it, you guys are really boasting about the immunity and resistance to Thunder and Lightning, but to be honest, they're not that common of damage types, specifically Thunder. Like,
Lightning's fairly common. Lightning's
fire,
fairly common.
fire versus lightning, you're gonna see fire way more.
Yeah, but I mean,
Also, you
couldn't
could go
argue
a
that.
green dragon and resist poison, like 90% of the shit in the game, and and GMs love to throw poison.
they do. I will agree, they do.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I just think the Lightning and Thunder is more useful later on, because that's when you tend to start seeing it more often. Because everything else fucking resists fire at that point, Thunder and Lightning is scary.
And the immunity sellout point you guys are kind of throwing out, that's a level 18 effect.
I mean, Bones, you've also brought up high-level effects.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying, no, I agree. I agree. The immunity is cool. But level 18 just for an immunity?
2 immunities. Thank you very
Two
much.
immunities, but I'm not counting Thunder, because who the fuck casts Thunder?
A lot of people.
Thunderwave.
Because nothing resists Thunder.
One dragon type and fucking Thunder Wave and Booming Blade.
And several other spells.
Name 3.
I think Shatter.
Thunderwave, obviously.
I already said
Yeah,
that
Thunder
one.
Wave is the
I already
consensual
said
one.
that one. Also, I don't
It's-
think Shatter is Thunder.
I thought it was. I
It
thought
is.
Shatter was Thunder. Yeah, Shatter's Thunder.
It is.
Yeah,
Shatter
Shatter is
Thunder? I thought
Thunder.
it was bludgeoning.
No.
Oh.
Thunder tends to be AoE, which is why resistance to it is really good.
Oh. Alright, Thunder
The-
Wave,
mo-
Shatter.
My big thing is this is a class that's built around AoE type stuff. It's built around taking care of shit if it starts getting close to you and just punishing them, which is very handy to have. And the 10 feet of movement without opportunity attack is actually incredibly useful for a caster. So it may only be 10 feet, but that's like before or after you cast a spell. You can cast your spell with your action, get the fuck out of there, and then start running with no opportunity attack and basically get 40 feet of movement in your turn. It's not bad. That's a very useful ability you get at first level. It's a very good get out of jail free card.
Here is my thing about the 10 feet provoking attack of opportunity. It's good early game, and then it completely falls off.
Well, early game is when you need it. And you have it from the
I
get-go.
would argue no, because if you're a sorcerer, you don't want anything to be close with you anyways.
Well, it's also you can do it before you attack. If something is trying to close in on you, you can just do it before you even cast the spell. As long as you end up casting it. It's just a very good way to get extra distance from something no matter what. And again, if you do start getting surrounded at, say, mid-game at 6th level, you cast your spell, you get the extra burst of damage. It's not much, but it's a little extra. You fly the fuck away, then you can run. It's a very useful early game ability, and then later on when you don't need it anymore, you're able to nuke shit anyway.
All right,
So nothing's going to get
You
close.
two still want it higher than A, right? You want
Yeah,
it to be
I think it is an A+.
Yes.
Apollo. You agree with me.
I would, yes.
I hate you all.
Hmm.
It is not going in S, and it is not.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is not
not
S.
bad.
I will say, by
Yeah,
no
no.
means it is an S.
It is also not better than Draconic Bloodline.
It is.
It is not.
is. It is.
Really?
It is.
Because how many people do you go fucking? Oh, I want to play Storm Sorcery. How many people go? Draconic Bloodline.
Because most people don't know it exists because no
Because
one talks
Draconic
anything
Bloodline is fucking
other than
cooler.
Draconic Bloodline. It's the
Draconic
only one anyone
Bloodline
ever
is
fucking
straight up
talks
cooler.
about.
Also,
Heck,
did
I
we
think
ever? Hang on, I actually am curious. Did we ever bring up Draconic Presence?
I mean, it's just a fear effect, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, it's helpful, don't get me wrong.
5
but-
sorcery
Yeah,
points drawn the pagan of a Jower dragon.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah, a quarter of your points.
Dar!
Yeah.
For a distance of 60
Dar-
feet for 1 minute or until you lose concentration, each hostile enemy starts its turn and must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed or frightened, your choice.
Alright, what's the range on that again?
60
Six-
feet.
60? Okay, that's not bad range, but for a quarter of your sorcery points.
We're also talking
And
about
concentration.
we're talking about an endgame sorcerer that regenerates them fucking forever.
But
Yeah.
also concentration.
But again, with an endgame sorcerer, Storm Sorcerer, you get a 60-foot flight speed.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think the 60-foot flight speed is just better.
And gives it to allies.
You don't need to make your opponents afraid of you if they can't fucking touch you.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying Draconic is bad. By no means is it bad.
No.
The next one is the bad one.
How dare you?
You could. They tried to roll.
Here's also the main thing. In
Dragon.
Storm Sorcery, can you fly with armor?
I believe.
I don't think it says you can't. Yeah, it says nothing about you not being able to. If you can use armor, you can't. You can fly.
Hmm.
And you can even give somebody a flight speed. You can lose half your flight speed and give somebody 30 feet. Congratulations, now you have 2 people with 30 feet of flight speed. That's horrifying.
Here's my big argument. Flying. The dragon wings are technically until you dismiss them, so they can be permanent.
My biggest thing is that it doesn't. But the thing is that you don't get it for your teammates. That's like my big thing with that.
I can get the same thing with a fucking fly spell.
But then you're wasting a spell slot.
You're a fucking full caster.
You're also a sorcerer. Do they even get fly?
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Because like sorcerers, to my knowledge, they have pretty low. Like out of all the classes, they don't exactly get the best options. Like when it comes to spells, it's actually extremely limiting. Last time, if I
Fly.
remember
Sorcerer,
correctly,
warlock, wizard, artificer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so,
can
like-
get it.
sorcerer can.
Yes.
No. Let's move on to the next one. The
I
worst.
hate this.
I love this one.
Wild magic. B minus.
This is trash for one. No, it's trash for one shot.
No, I do not.
it's
think,
a fun meme. It's not good.
I will
It's
say
so
D.
not good.
I will say D
No.
or F.
No,
Ears.
It's not.
good.
It is not trash for one shot because
See.
it's a fun character.
Well, it's
Okay,
not just
It
fun.
sucks though.
No,
No,
which
but
is
it
why
can-
I'm saying D or F because it does suck. It's just fun, which is why it can't go
No,
in
but
trash.
It can do something that some of our higher tiers do, and that's manipulating rolls. That's why it's good.
Yes, but it's
okay.
also
It's
gives
also
the DM
100% luck based.
yeah. The thing about manipulating rolls, when you do that, the DM can just make you roll the D100 the next time you cast a spell without you having to roll the D20.
I will
So you
say
basically give them an opportunity to fuck you when you do that.
I because we argued about sorcerer for so long, I'm just willing to say F and we end it there.
I'll
As
say
long
F
as it's
is-
not trash.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say it is.
It
If
is-
we had a one shot but fun, that would go in it.
If we had
It's
a one shot
funny.
of fun, most of these D's and F's would be there.
Except for Battle Rager.
Fuck Battle Ranger.
All right.
Yeah, it's
let's-
Wild Magic Sorcery.
Let's talk
Fuck
about
you
a
for
way
doing that,
better
Baldur's
class we're
Gate.
not going to argue with for an hour.
Yeah, this one I don't think for the most part we're gonna argue. Most of these are
Archfey.
just really good.
You know
B
what? That's
plus.
it. I'm gonna
I would say
die
yeah.
on
I would
this
say
hill.
B or I would say B or B plus.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What did you say, Buster?
No, I was saying I'm gonna die on this hill, drag it out.
B or B plus. What do you think?
I'd say equal to
Archfey.
Arcane Trickster.
Yeah, I would say that. It's good. It's not great,
Yeah.
but it's not bad. It's very much, upper middle of the road.
All right.
Celestial is cool.
Celestial. I fucking love Celestial.
Okay.
Celestial
All
is
right.
very
All right.
powerful stuff.
If we are going to judge rules as written, this technically should go to S. I don't want it to be an S, but there's one specific reason.
Which one?
I didn't play it,
Cocaine
so I don't know.
lock.
That you banned.
Yeah. Well, there's a
Lock?
reason why. It
There's
should be
a
banned.
reason I banned it, but it technically works rules as written, which
What
is
the hell is
stupid...
Cocaine Lock?
Okay, alright. So there's a Sorcerer Warlock multiclass, correct?
Yeah.
There is what's known as the Coffee Lock, which is you only short rest. You do not sleep. So you will take exhaustion, but every hour you regain your Warlock spell slots, you convert them to sorcery points. There's no cap on sorcery points. So you just keep gaining sorcery points and can create infinite first level spell slots. Now,
That's beautiful.
the reason why this is bullshit is in Tasha's they added exhaustion. This is the one subclass of Warlock which gives Warlocks the ability to cure exhaustion with a spell, which is themed as you snorting cocaine. You are in a cocaine lock.
Even without that, I would say this is easily an A tier.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
easily an A tier, but when you consider it's a part of the cocaine lock, it's S. It has to be.
Yeah. If there's a theoretical strat that's incredibly powerful, by default it's really good. And you get a pretty solid healing ability that just gets stronger as you level up. It's a D6. It's a number of D6 plus your Warlock level, so it's 1 plus 1 or whatever your level is. So that's decent healing.
Up to 21
I just-
dice.
I just realized I specified something when Buster's a fucking Celestial Warlock in my campaign. Cocaine
Yeah.
lock's banned, by the way. Just
Yeah, he
don't
banned it,
try
he banned
that.
it.
No. I mean, roleplay wise, the character wouldn't anyways.
Let's see here. And later you get resistance to Radiant, and you can do extra damage to Radiant and
Yeah,
fire
it's
damage
just
spells.
good.
That's
It's
Uh-huh.
just good.
Yeah, it's just
It's like a life cleric. but
again.
better.
Yeah,
All right,
Fathomless. I mean, this is
A.
another good one.
A.
Easy A, easy A.
Easy A.
Tentacles. Tentacles.
I would almost say A plus because you get the swim shit.
No,
get
it's
swim
equal to
speed and you
Draconic
breathe.
Bloodline.
Oh my god.
Shut up. I would say this is better. I would say you get a swim speed. You can breathe
Is it
underwater.
better than Abjuration Wizard?
Yes, you get
Yes.
resistance
Is
to
it better
cold
than
damage.
Divination?
Shut up.
Not
Anything
better
that's
than
fully underwater can understand you, and you can understand them.
Yeah, that
Regardless of
alone is
language.
good.
There's a lot of really powerful abilities, and you get a lot of cool spells.
Being stereotypical Warlock B+.
Again, B plus. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
not bad. It's not great. It's a very solid.
Warlock Genie. I am throwing
It's
a
a cool
curveball
one.
here. A-.
I could agree with A minus.
Yeah.
Some of the shit you
Because-
get
Better
late
than-
game is really
it has this really cool mechanic where it's like you have to hold your fucking vessel, right? But when
Mhm.
you hold that vessel, depending on what genie type you have, you deal extra damage, and it can add to your Eldritch Blast and shit, which is cool.
good. And technically speaking, this is one of the few warlocks that can just normally get wish.
Yes. Great old
Which just
one.
means
A.
Mind reading powers.
mind reading is fun. It's A. Like warlock is just a good class.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to
Yeah.
find a bad warlock.
It is. It's
Once-
really hard to find a bad warlock.
Like once you
Hexblade.
know how to
S.
Hexblade.
A+.
S.
S.
S?
S.
I would say S.
Yeah.
Everything I said about Eldritch Knight, this does better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, Hexblade fucking hate to say it, but the Warlock Dual Smite multi-class.
Yeah, dual smite multi-class. Even without that, it's
Dual
just
Smite
really
multi-class
powerful.
with Hex, you just one shot.
Well, also on top of that, you get a class-based hex that does additional bullshit.
Undying
Yeah.
D.
This is the bad one. This is the only bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's not even awful.
If Undead were here, Undead would be good. This is just It doesn't do
Undying,
anything great.
Undead is the fixed version of Undying.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say one thing.
Go ahead.
I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. There needs to be a dragon-based fucking warlock.
There does.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There fucking needs to be one. Because every other class almost has a fucking like, let's see, you have a dragon-themed ranger, you have a dragon-themed sorcerer, you have a dragon-themed monk. Why the fuck is there not a dragon-themed warlock?
Actually, that's it.
You have
That's
a dragon-themed
all the
ranger.
dragon themes.
Yeah. Well,
He
that's a lot
already
of
said that,
dragon-themed
Apollo.
shit. Yeah, I already said that. You'd think there'd be more dragon-themed shit. Hell,
Yeah, like
wanna
I
be
would
honest,
think there'd be like a
Purple
dragon
Dragon Knight.
fighter or something.
It's like Warlock could really use it. I'm
No.
surprised they didn't come out with one in Fizzbangs.
Now I know we
Sure.
called this mid, and I put it in D. My reason for putting this in D is the abilities for it are just really
Yeah, it's
They
a cool idea. It's not great.
It's
Undead is a better version of this.
Mm-hmm.
But defy death though. Ooh.
Like, that's the thing. Several of these bad classes, at least a couple of them, there's a better version that came out later. Like,
Yeah.
Beastmaster is very meh. It's very middle of the road. It's not really great at anything. Drake Warden came out later, and it's just an amazing version of it.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
let's all go through this. Everyone happy with S?
I'm 100% happy with S.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone
All
happy with
those
A
matter.
plus?
I'm happy with A+.
I am not. I
Yep.
fucking hate this. This.
Yeah,
no.
We don't
No.
care.
Yeah,
No.
we know.
Yeah,
All
anyway.
right, A. Everyone
bad.
happy with this?
Yeah,
Not this
I'm
should be
satisfied
here,
with-
but
it shouldn't.
I'm
Good.
still butthurt about Assassin being this high, but yeah,
Only because it's so good that fuck it.
refuse to believe.
I know what you
I'm
mean.
also mad Thief is this low. Like in my opinion, fucking these two should be way higher.
No.
I just don't think you guys are creative with the bonus action interact.
Oh, how can we not be creative? You explained everything that they can do in like 5.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
A
you just-
minus, I'm also
like-
happy
like-
with.
Yeah, A
Yeah.
minus I'm happy with. B plus I'm happy with.
B plus. Yeah.
B minus
wish
I'm
we
happy
could
with.
I acknowledge my Eldritch Knight. There's two other classes that are it but better.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
Also,
I love it.
don't give me shit about the 5 minute with Thief when you fucking talked
Oh.
15 for Eldritch Knight.
The difference is I eventually admitted it. You did. You still don't.
I'm acceptable with this. Which
There-
you're not happy with this. You're acceptable with it. So don't start.
No, I accept it because there are two that do better. That one of them I actually forgot about. I will 100% admit the other
Alright,
two are better.
Who does what
still-
Thief does better?
I'm not talking about Thief. I'm talking about Eldritch Knight, dumbass.
I know, but you're telling me to accept it. Ooh.
Shut up.
But I am happy.
Continue.
with it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
happy
there's
with
one thing I will say. I don't think Zealot. I think Zealot's better than Beast, but that's it. That's it.
Yeah, but do you think it's on Warlock and the Fiend and...
Yes, Zealot is unironically.
He is
good,
right.
and
Zealot has a shitload
Yeah.
of damage potential.
It
It
deals
does.
more damage.
It does.
B
I think-
minus.
Yeah. Arcane Archer's cool. It needs something to put it up.
Yeah, I can't justify it being any higher.
Yeah.
C, I can agree with.
D, I can totally agree with.
Yeah.
F, I can agree with.
Yep.
Wild Magic Sorcerer is dog shit, but it's not as bad as Cavalier.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Trash for one shots, and we don't talk about.
Oh,
that anymore.
Mastermind, it
We-
hurts
we
me.
don't-
Mastermind is funny, but it's not really
I know.
good at anything.
I'm Buster.
I love the concept.
You.
Yeah.
All right, Buster. Have you played any of these? You're playing this
well,
right
yeah.
now.
Honestly, no. I have played Wizard Divination, but that's it.
Yeah,
And
I
Cleric
played,
of Life.
I played Wizard Divination too. There.
Oh wait, did I tell you
Nope.
guys about my multi-class
Hang
between
on.
life
Let's
and...
not. Let's finish up.
Alright, sorry.
And then Purple Dragon Knight.
We don't talk about that one. All right,
Yeah.
so that's our tier list. Comment if you agree with me that fuck Storm Sorcery Dragon's better, and hope you have a good one.